What bets?
The hell are you supposed to be?
Damn, Rod, come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
All my fellas.
Now I'm back to live stream. Fuck my kids. I'm like, okay.
Phil is a very divisive man. Some people, I watch Phil on a daily basis, even in my own time, like out and about. Oh, he's gonna find some he finds an excuse for, or he'll attack my credibility. He'll attack Anonymous. When he addresses, he's the only person that addresses stuff without ever mentioning it. The only time he ever mentioned anything is when his back was against the wall. And he was like, yeah, those tweets that no one will let go, and it's on my active Twitter account, and I could have easily deleted them for years. They weren't mine. I was hacked. Even though if I was actually hacked, which I wasn't, I could have deleted those tweets and condemn who put them out there, but he didn't do that. So, Rich, listen, jump on the hood of my car. Looks like YouTube really strict on no ad block. I knew that day was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I don't know how I feel on it, though. I mean, the reality of it is that, and I know people are going to hate me saying this, you do get a lot of I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. Anyway, I had a complete brain fart right there. But it's pretty amazing that it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to it. Because, yes, Quantum, I'm going to cover it on the main channel. I'm absolutely going to cover it on the main channel. You have tried to discredit me so much with this, and everyone else, and Anonymous saying that, you know, you're trying to throw it on everyone else, including your wife. You saw shirtless men on my Twitter? Well, that's usually how it goes. When his wife was trying to leave, she was calling the cops, and she took a picture of Quantum literally on the roof of her fucking car. What the fuck was I saying before? It was funny. Not funny, but it was a good point, and I forgot it. Let me get to these super chats, because then I'll forget to get to them, and that would be rude. Jump out of my car. That's what I'm saying, dude. Looks like YouTube really does they should. Oh, yeah, ad block. But I see, like, if I'm, like, my main YouTube account, which is the one we always watch videos on, I have YouTube Premium, okay? I use YouTube Premium all the time. And when I am logged out of YouTube Premium, I see how many ads non-YouTube Premium people have to deal with, and I'm like, hey. As a person who makes ad revenue, it's a little bit of a yikes, YouTube. But at least it's not bad as Twitch. Yay. Yo, he's getting, some of his videos are getting millions of views on TikTok. Why do you think he ain't uploading? I said this last time we talked about him. Why do you think he's not uploading this bullshit to his main channel on YouTube? He would get laughed off the fucking, like, you're giving dating advice? It's like me giving weightlifting advice. Stop it. He knows he would never be able to get away with this shit, dude. Ever. So that's why he's doing it on TikTok. He thinks we're stupid, man. It'll eventually happen. Got the job I mentioned, Richie, starting 2024. You get the congratulations song. Good for you, man.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Got me. These are the headphones I've been mixing my beats with.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Try to relax your anus.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Why do I look like I'm pondering throughout this?
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
I'd like to belch directly into your face right now.
Congratulations on the job. Abby's talking about taking a huge shit. So there was this cute girl on Twitter, and I know they're doing the bait shit, which, whatever. Like, I don't understand how guys fall for that. And yes, I still hold to the fact that a woman's life should not be put in danger for her flaunting her assets. Sorry, Craig. But she's like, if she like walked into an elevator, she's like, what would you do if you saw me in there? I'd be like, if I have to take a shit, I would ask you for where the nearest bathroom is. Like, what am I going to do?
How about that?
Well, one of these updates. I hear the song in the background. It sounds like you're listening to the quiet side of an auto reverse tape deck. Literally. This may be a hot take, but I think Quantum's insane. I think that you are correct. So let me get to the... Oh, yeah. So I'm very sorry to hear this. My dad passed away a few days back. I'm very sorry. I've been focusing on goofy content to stay positive. I've done the same thing. Yours are bizarre enough to actually get me to laugh. Thanks. You're welcome, man. Glad I'm getting the energy back to be semi-normal on YouTube. It was tough for a while, but my condolences for your loss. Phil educated us on sex. No. Why are you doing this to me? Rich, don't talk about Phil today. Phil's giving sex ed classes. All right, we're talking about Phil today. Good day, Rich. Judging from the title, I'm guessing you've seen the latest Quantum TV saga. Yeah. Hi. I was remixing. It's funny. Someone's like, "Oh, someone wrote in the comments here when I was playing that Capone Noriega. Sounds like you're stuck in the '90s." Well, then I did my job then, because the song from was Blood Money is from 1997. So it's the point. It's the fucking point. That was you. Congratulations. You know what? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was from 97. I actually do, like, when I make newer stuff, like, I'll show you something here real quick. I try to go with the short. You know what was another thing back then besides the beats being all about the boom bap shit? They used to be longer too. Like, why was all the songs like 4+ minutes? They don't need to be that long. That's another thing that's dated from that time period. Like, that's a long time for a song. It's like, why are this? Some of them are pushing 5 minutes. Like, dude, you have an 8-bar loop that you're rapping over. It needs to be like 2 minutes and 30 seconds tops, 3 minutes. Shala, thank you for becoming a member. Can't wait to pre-order World War III digitally to receive my USA printed hazmat suit as a pre-order from GameStop. Power to the survivors. Yeah, we're on the brink of something. Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy. Natsu, happy birthday. Birds, as always. Jeffrey, how are you? Dad, I want you to take the vibrator cucumber, put it up to my mouth so I can call it sexual harassment. No, please. I'm not Sniper Wolf. I can't get away with things on here. Dropping logs on the beach in your honor. So wait, I'm just on my way to the beach.
What? No way.
And you're shitting at the beach? Anyone here ever see that video of, I've talked about this before, the guy who didn't realize he was in a pool and he was beating off and he thought it was like a public pool, but he didn't realize under, like, there were like little circular windows you could see under the, like, underwater. He was the cop got him and he was beating off and the cop's like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just swimming through the water. He's like, dude, I was watching you jerk off right through the... He got arrested. Yo, let me see if I can find it. It's not going to show his dick. It's on YouTube. Guy caught... That I wonder why. Literally every single one of my streams get demonetized. I'll show you. Guy caught in pool. I got to change the screen. Here it is. Yeah, how long is that short? There you go. Dude, why does this guy have like 70-inch nipples? That's not who I'm talking about, though. It's right here. Whoa! Whoa, I didn't know you see his ass! I don't know if I could show an ass. I guess I can. It's on YouTube. How many? Oh, wait, no. Anyway, it's real. I'll have to edit out the beginning of the stream. And a cop goes up to him. He's like, dude, what are you doing? I think I could have shown the ass. I don't know. Whatever. I'll edit out the beginning of the video. Oh, my God. Is there anything here where it's like the censored version? I'm going to Quantum for tea. Rich, you're invited. Dude, he gives the best tea. And then he wonders why people talk about him. I had to turn all my clocks back an hour. By the time I got to my last clock, my ass turned to jello. Oh, man. Y'all watch healthcare. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm getting a bunch of emails about weird shit. They think you're stupid. It's not even stupid. Some people just don't know. Cosmic Productions, thank you for another ass. Stroke me like you did your cock before the stream. I actually didn't stroke my cock today. There was no cock stroking. Is there another version of this? Well, that's the guy that was jerking off at Starbucks. All right, well, I don't know. I'm not... Point being is that it's real. I wanted to show it to you. And, yeah, so let's go, Anonymous. So, here, we'll start with this. So let's go to the community post. So, as it says here, read more. Newly released photos showed Jermel jumping on the hood of his ex-wife's SUV to try and stop her from leaving him after she finally found the courage to leave an abusive relationship. And here is Quantum, even though I'm sure he'll find a way to word salad his way and say it's not him. That this is actually Deadpool on her car. This is her. April 30th, there was a standoff at the car. He got far enough away, and I made a break for the driver's side. Before I could leave the parking lot, he jumped on the hood of the Rogue to stop me from fleeing. That might be how he found out. I'll probably leave the name of her car out in the main video. He found out I wanted an injunction. He is fucking nuts. No shit. I tried to take a video, but I was on the phone with 911 and my phone wouldn't let me record, so I took a quick photo to prove it. I promise you he will make excuses and say this wasn't him. It was a bird. It was anybody else but him.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Oh, I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was security cam footage. I'm sure if there's a court case, it'll go to that. Yep, your divorce survival guide. Yeah, it was me on the car. So I was like, you know what? Let's see what this man is up to this evening. And he's doing very well on... He's like borderline blowing up on TikTok. He has a hell of a lot more followers than last time. I don't remember the number. I didn't pay attention to it. Yes, it was all generated by the AI app. Man, it's getting realistic looking, isn't it?
What? No way.
God, these headphones had slightly less lag. So let's see what his 4.9 million view video
You cannot
has to
convince
say.
me that Snapchat and all these apps are not made for cheating.
Oh, I'm about to ruin some relationships with this one. So I'm going to tell you how these apps are used for cheating, probably to a T for some of you, and you're going to notice this behavior afterwards, and maybe it might shake things up, in which case, I'm so sorry, but at least now you know.
Dude, how you jumped on her car, even if she was cheating. You don't act like a fucking animal. And if she's cheating on you, dude, what's it worth? Which, do I believe him? No. But even if she was, it's worth your freedom? Fuck that, man. I ain't going to jail for some broad who wants to go get another piece of side dick besides me. Go ahead, leave. I'll kick her out. I ain't a cuck, but leave.
For starters, the only thing Facebook is really good for is keeping in touch with people from your past. This is awesome for friends and relatives. Also, those exes and potential relationship partners that just got...
Oh, God, you're that guy. You're that guy who has to have a shared Facebook profile with their girlfriend, aren't you? You are that guy where it's like Jermel and whoever you're dating. Oh, no. Wah, wah. Of course you are. Of course you're that fucking guy. So you could check in on her DMs. That always works out well. That's a healthy relationship.
Got away. Those people are also on Facebook. And again, Facebook is a portal to your past. So what usually happens is the cheater will create a fake Facebook account or a secondary Facebook account, or just have these people lurking in DMs and just convince you that they're so loyal and you guys have this awesome trust system, and you just never get into the habit of asking or checking about any of this stuff. Which, why?
Because you shouldn't. And if you have this mindset, then you have the mindset of a cheater, by the way.
Should you in a healthy relationship, right? But they abuse that. So they always keep their prior love interests or somebody that they're interested in the back of DMs somewhere, right? Maybe they'll have somebody change their account to like a fake name or some shit.
Who deleted and took down a video? I didn't take that a single video unless it got blocked by some kind of copyright claim.
Shit like that. You never know, right? But what usually ends up happening is they'll be like, okay,
Wait, was that like a gotcha? When do I delete any of my videos? Ever?
I'm going to reach out to this person because I'm not happy in my relationship. Now, they already have familiarity with this person because they knew them from high school. Again, it's way easier to do that than it is to jump out in the dating world and start trying to establish some connection with a total stranger. That would be way harder, and these people are lazy. They're cheaters, right? They're looking for the easy out, and the easy out is somebody from their past, right? So that's where Facebook...
No, this is one time. See, usually you hide under the guise of actually being somewhat rational here if no one knows who. You're not even doing that here. This is what a jealous, insecure person thinks about. Oh, man, my wife or girlfriend or boyfriend is on Facebook. That definitely means they're fucking somebody else. No. You want to know how I can tell when a woman's in trouble in paradise with a woman's relationship if you know them? As time goes on, I see less of the guy they were with, and their pictures get more risque. I'm like, oh, they're either about to be single or they're single and they're showing off their assets. And 9 times out of 10, I'm right. It's like all of you went from like showing family photos to like basically posting OnlyFans pictures on Facebook. Someone's single again or wants to be.
comes in. Now, from Facebook, they've been DMing and they've been building somewhat of a connection, but they realize, you know what if we get caught? This is a little...
Yeah, I don't understand with him laying in bed. Is he trying to, like, seduce the ladies here?
I could pop up under mutual friends. Let's not do that, right? So the next thing they're going to do is they're going to be like, okay, let's move this over to Snapchat. Snapchat, another meta app, okay, that's known for one thing, auto-deleting messages. Now, you'll start to notice behaviors like their phone's always on vibrate or on silent. Never happened in the history of your relationship, but now there's an odd silence to their phone all the time. This is because they're messaging somebody behind your...
Someone wrote, "You're a fucking Smitch." Wow, look, they're catching on where he has a really bad take. So what you're saying, what you're saying is that everyone that is on any social media are cheaters. I don't buy that at all. That's the cracks are showing. Oh, thank God. The cracks are showing. The mask is the thoroughly tickled breastfed mask is slipping. It's slipping. It's falling off and people are realizing it. Yeah, dude, you're nuts. You're nuts. What you're so everyone who goes is looking for a fuck? Good evening, Birdfather. Your good luck wishes worked. My girlfriend finished the New York City Marathon with a time of 2 hours. That sounds really good because the marathon's, how many miles is it? Messages on Snapchat. I don't know any. I've used Snapchat for 5 minutes. I'm a boomer, dude. So I don't know, but I have heard that before.
Your back, right? If you had somebody that didn't have any problem with the sounds of their phone throughout your entire relationship and randomly one day they're just like, oh, I just got tired of the sounds of my phone. They're talking to somebody and they don't want you to know about it when those notifications constantly go off. The other thing that you should keep in mind is when they're on Snapchat, again.
Dude, as a person who, when I was fully with somebody, I didn't cheat on them. I do YouTube. I turn off my notifications because my phone would be nonstop ding, 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 ding. Maybe it's that. You don't even have to do it. Maybe you just work a job where you're constantly getting emails and notifications. I'm in a mini disc group. God, that does make me sound old. They're constantly talking, getting notifications. Does that mean I'm fucking the dudes in the mini disc group in the ass? Yes, I am. Donald Trump's tremendous, delicious spray tan steaks that would actually probably make his level 1 podcast more interesting. Oh, dude, never mind. Let's watch some more Quantum, then I'll show you what I got from Japan that I'm doing a video on.
And it's about audio.
Why do I like mini disc so much? I hear a song on Spotify. Do I have it up here? I have a little Bluetooth dongle I turn on. I'm going to show in a video the way to get premium audio digital directly into mini disc, uncompressed, right from your computer. I know. But this little dongle is so convenient, it sounds more than fine for casual listening. Oh, wow, I really like this song by Makami, or I like this song. I want to listen to this Elden Ring song, and I hope they don't take it off of Apple Music, so I record it. Or even just record songs off of YouTube that aren't anywhere else. And you know on YouTube, shit gets deleted all the time. All the time. And Minidisc is super simple. You literally just record a track. It sounds just as good as the source. Yes, it's lossy. It's not it's not like CD where there's no compression. But you just whip out your little mini disc. I just wanted to say mini dick. Have this little dongle that is this big, put it into the line input, have that song record, and you don't have to worry about it if it gets deleted anymore. All right, I'm done with my preaching about mini disc.
Auto deleting. So when you find the app, let's say they say, "Oh, can you look at my DoorDash order or my Uber Eats order?" And you're scrolling through their phone for them to try.
Shut up, Quantum. Mobile Decay. First off, I know you've been around since like 1864, so you could be a mod. Secondly, send me which one you've been looking at, man. I was looking at them too, but I don't know which one to get. He looks thoroughly tickled. He does. And breastfed. So that's the thing. And it's not even like, it's not that I'm just like, yeah, I have nostalgia with mini disc, but it's still practical. Like, I wouldn't get into DAT tape. Compact it's really accessible. Yeah, I fucked with, like, I have the We Are Rewind, and I'll show you the other really unique one from Japan. That video is going to be banging. But mini disc still has a practical purpose. What's cool is there was a kid who was in college. He's like, yeah, I'm getting into hi-fi stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man, there's a lot of reasons to. I think part of the reason I got back into it is Bluetooth makes life easy. And I'm tired of everything being taken away and we're just being dumped a bunch of services. And it pisses me off. I mean, I like the convenience of streaming music. I'm on Spotify and I'm on Apple Music. Don't get me wrong. But anyway, after I show you some more insanity, I'll show you the Japanese. Walkman that I got. It's fucking insane. He is going to... I'm trying to figure out... There's one little hiccup with my JVC, but it does work 95% perfectly.
Try to find the app. Because, of course, these people don't usually have the apps on their home screen because they don't like it. So you're scrolling
How much
through,
was that,
and
Mobile?
you see the Snapchat app and you ask about it. You're like, what is this? 9 times out of 10, if you have a cheater on your hands, they'll tell you, oh, yeah, this is a fun little app, and look at all the fun little filters that it has. And, oh, I love it so much. They have...
This is delusions of a madman. You think about this stuff, Quantum. You think about it. You are over...
It's kind of like TikTok. They have funny little videos.
This sounds like, yeah, Julie, you perfect point. This sounds like something he did. Because a lot of times the people that are the most worried about someone cheating are cheaters because they know they do it. Damn, what a difference. What is the hell? Mobile Decay. Yeah. Are you, I think I follow you on Twitter.
And stuff. So I just use it for that. The whole time they omit the most important aspect of that app being the auto delete messages. That's the biggest feature of Snapchat, right? That's why the icon is a fucking ghost. They take that and completely leave it out if you don't know about it. And if you were like me, you had no idea what the hell Snapchat was because
look at this idiot. Cell phones ruined so many relationships. Yeah, because people were never cheating before cell phones. Cheating did not start until the iPhone. God damn you, Steve Jobs.
I'm a millennial, right? I'm not on every single hip app that comes out. I just am not, right? But that was used against me, and she knew that. And once she said funny filters and funny videos, I was like, okay, I believe you. I trust you. Why wouldn't I? Used against me. But this is how cheaters operate, okay? They're very sneaky and very cunning, and they'll hide things from you, dupe you, plan behind your back, and again, remember the order. Facebook to connect with their past interests, love interests, whatever.
Dude, are you really saying that's the only reason? That is so wrong. That's so factually wrong. It's for, like, people you went to high school with to, like, be fake and pretend they have a better life than you. Obviously. Literally. Facebook is, like, where you actually can't be yourself and, like, you see a bunch of people posting family photos and, like, recipes. Like, that's the only thing they do.
The case may be somebody who maybe asked them out that they, I don't know, maybe later kind of thing. They hold on to those past interests, move it.
What is, hold on, whoa. What am I not responding to? James, what is the question? What videos did I delete? What are you talking about? I deleted 0 videos. I have not deleted a single. Why would I delete videos? No, not a single video. If you don't believe me, you could go to Social Blade and look. And you would see a negative number if I deleted a bunch of videos. Yeah, why is this even a topic of discussion? Like, what... Okay, context is key. What do you think I'm trying to hide that I would delete videos that were never deleted? You haven't shut up about it the entire... So... Are you trolling or are you serious? And if you're serious, what are the videos, what is the context of them for the videos that... I mean, if you're talking... The dual screen switch video, people were talking about how you delete videos. Oh, because they have to either be re-uploaded or if it's a dead video, we get rid of it. There are times there's an issue with YouTube with distribution, so we'll take the video down and re-upload it. Or if the video is like it underperformed and it would take away from a video that's doing well, then we delete it. But that's it. In terms of deleting a video for sweeping anything under the rug, absolutely not. You were making like I was like mass deleting a bunch of videos. That doesn't count as a fucking deleted video, dude. What are they up for, like 5 minutes? I thought he was talking about like shit I was trying to hide from back in the day. Yeah, I had to re-upload a video because it was fucked up. And it didn't get distributed. That actually happened in the video. The first time I uploaded it, I forgot what video. It's something about Sony, I think, recently. And it got like 2 likes in like 5 minutes. So I was like, yeah, even if no one was interested in the video, that's like unnaturally low. Re-uploaded it, it actually outperformed average numbers. So that's a bug with YouTube right now. So that's probably that. If you're talking about that, then I guess guilty is charged. But until YouTube fixes that issue, that's going to happen. Because there's a couple other videos where we initially uploaded them that we thought, like, what the fuck? How is this getting like 7 likes in fucking 10 minutes? We re-uploaded it. The video did fine. Why that is, I don't know. There's something up with YouTube dishing out notifications. So I'm sorry that if you're referring to that, that is true. I don't even think of those as deletes, though. That's why it didn't even come to mind. Because we just re-uploaded them. There was one video where it was just like, it's just a dead topic. No one cares. I don't want it to take away from the other video, but I mentioned that when I first started talking about this. So now I understand what you mean. It was a misunderstanding. Look at my bird. It's impressive. Well, that's why I ask questions. Like, that's okay. He actually had a valid question. By the way, YouTube, because you fucking fixed that. If people were just bored of the videos, I'd be like, oh, they just thought the video sucked. Which there was one that was, like I just said. But the other times we re-uploaded them and they did fine. So it's a new thing with YouTube. They'll fix it in 3 years. Don't worry. Hero, how are you? Yeah, Confessions of a... Yeah, Jay's right here to back me up for this. My editor. He's fired. Because Jay in the beginning thought I was nuts too. He's like, I'm like, dude, there's something wrong with the notifications on that video. There's no way in like 7 minutes the video should have 2 likes. I could talk about a stamp collection. Like, I could talk about the most uninteresting thing in the world, and it would have more likes than that. And he was like, all right, I'll re-upload it. And yeah, you saw, Jay. You saw. And Jay does look hard, doesn't he? So, I don't know why re-uploading it, I would say 8 times out of 10 fixes it, but it's an issue right now. So for anyone else out there who uploads content, even if you do it as a hobby and you think your numbers are unnaturally low, try re-uploading. You got to do it within the first 10 minutes, though, or people are thinking that you're deleting videos. So I hope I cleared up the miscommunication. Look quickly. Don't let it stay up for a day and be like, oh, it's underperforming, because then people will be like, what the fuck? So... Anyway, so let's watch more Quantum. I'm being a fucking nerd right now. Oh, she's kind of hot. She's very hot, actually.
Waiting for his wife to get home.
Why are you covering the hot woman's eyes? That's it. He's gay. Like, you could see she's gorgeous.
And here's this dude making a TikTok about it.
And imagine at the end of all this, she's still going to want half. She's still going to take him through family court, try to take his kids. She's still...
Yeah, dude, child support's a motherfucker. That's why everyone's like, you were married, weren't you? No, I was not married. Thank fucking God I wasn't married.
Going to tell everyone in her inner circle and...
Yeah, it's like that. I think that's from Family Guy. He's gay! Like, come on. Dude, you have a woman like that who's a 10 out of 10. You're covering her eyes up.
That he was the abusive one, emotionally.
Yeah, dude, I already pay plenty for child support. Imagine if I was married. Oh, man, I'd be sucking dick on OnlyFans as a side hustle.
Abusing her, not giving her her needs, not loving her in the way that she wants to be loved, neglectful, a terrible guy, terrible at communication. Like,
how many views does this have? Why is it not showing it? I see all the other stats. Am I just a boomer and missing it? All right, I don't really care enough.
Everything is going to be on him 100%. It's all going to be his fault. It's all going to be him.
So my apologies to everyone who asked the question. You actually had a legitimate question. I thought it was like a Review China USA situation where someone was trying to make it like I was trying to hide something from fucking 10 years ago. I was like, really? Like, I don't fucking delete videos, dude.
And how he just needs to, you know, take accountability for where he went wrong and how he was a bad husband and how she's this one.
Keep in mind, he jumped on the roof of his wife's car trying to keep her from going. As your divorce survival guide is saying all this.
Wonderful, glorious saint.
Yeah, because if you are married, the person is entitled to alimony. Because legally it's like, well, I was living this lifestyle with you. Yeah, live a lifestyle in my ass. Does he know his ex's lawyers? Oh my God, dude. But see, you can't. Narcissists don't care. Like, they still think like they're going to outsmart the entire system. Oh yeah, his lawyers are out. You don't think they're clicking? Her lawyers are clicking download on every single one. I hope to God they are, unless they're idiots. No, you sent me a video on Messenger. Abby, your hole is fire. Your hole is on fire or is fire? Abby is like, my holes are hot fire, ladies.
That can do no evil, casting her veil of beauty and light upon the world. And it's every bit the opposite. This is how it goes. You know, with cheaters, male or female, it's a coward complex. It's sleeking around and sliming around in the heat of the night, running off of feelings entirely. Like, imagine just an Energizer bunny just running on only feelings. That's all it is. And that's all they do. They chase the next feeling. It's literally like a drug addict. It's like, once they got it, now they're off to the next, and then off to the next, and off to the next. It's literally fucking miserable, and it just continues this way. And the people who care want to be trusting, don't want to be controlling, and say, hey, like, you're out with your girls, but I don't trust that. And, I mean, and nowadays, the girls like you here will vouch for them. They will literally be right there, like, oh, no, she's with us. She's off at a hotel somewhere with the dude. Like I don't know when people...
Yeah, there's shady people all around, Quantum. Like, why are you always lounging in these videos, too? I don't know why that bothers me so much. It's so fucking weird.
Understand this, but if she has single girlfriends, she's gonna cheat on you. She's going to cheat. Like, that's...
What are you talking about? So, wait. Hold on. Am I hearing this right? Or did the weed kick in too much? You're saying that if you date a girl who has any girlfriends that are single, like friends, they're gonna cheat. Oh, come on. You're out of your mind, dude. You're not hiding it anymore. You're getting too weird now. Yeah, you could only have married or not single friends. I knew he couldn't last too long without the crazy card going over to TikTok. Not to sound stereo, but he is sounding the kind of gay this is in this reel, like stereotypical. Dude, he's done again, I'm not homophobic, but let's keep it real.
I am thoroughly tickled.
Who says thoroughly tickled? Gay men. Look, it's not me being homophobic if you think that I'm stereotyping or whatever, but come on. And the vegans thing where you said, I'm a vegan, so how could I be homophobic against vegans? Because they're all, like he said, I wish I had that. I probably do somewhere downloaded. Because he essentially said all vegans are gay, and he's like, I'm a vegan. So I'm like, well.
It's a fucking fact.
Uh-oh.
Listen, get COVID, get a migraine that hurts you so much that you forget who you are. Go down to the shrimp bar, order 16 pounds of shrimp, email your dad, have your wife starve to death because Amazon didn't deliver crackers, have Quantum TV jump on the hood of your car, and then drive to Winnipeg. Let's go.
That sounds about right. I'm back. I got laid, even though I'm maidenless. Listen, the irony of oh man, he probably sees thinking about that line. Thoroughly Tickle TV. Oh, I can't wait to see his reaction to my video tomorrow. You know he's going to react to it right away. He always does. All he's going to do is dismiss everything that we say, try to undermine our credibility, find another way to call me a pedophile. Like another good, hey Jay, did you see the whole fun that happened last night with Nate? Who is calling me? Do I want to pick up? No, not really. Dude, he is. And the thing, that's probably what he's so angry about, dude. Like, imagine suppressing your sexual identity or sexual preference. You could, and everyone could see through it. You could so tell that he's gay. And there's nothing wrong with it, but the fact that he is like a Christian straight man.
You cannot be a married woman with single friends, especially those that go out and they party.
Well, Julie, it's weird because he got off of that. Like, I haven't thought about Nate until people told me to think about Nate. And you know who you are. I won't name any people. I don't want him going after them. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, literally after I kicked him out of here, like, that was it. Like, I had no other, I don't think I had any other interactions. I don't want to say I didn't, but I'm pretty sure that I didn't. And someone said to me, Rich, he's going to, just because he's pissed off me, because you guys did not want him back, understandably. I tried to give him another chance, but everyone's like, nah, dude, he's done this too much. So, yeah, I had to ban him. So all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, he's acting really weird. He's coming into the Discord, which I'm never there. And another person told me, who is a reliable source, all the sources that came to me are reliable, by the way, saying he's going to the cops saying that you're a pedophile. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get him to admit on camera that he's lying. Like, so you don't, and last night, you guys, for those who were here, like, so Nate, you don't think, he was saying a bunch of bizarre shit, Jay. I don't know if you're still here. Like, he literally said, Rich, if I could monitor my 800 followers, you could monitor your million. 800, a million. Not that a million people watch my videos. I wish to God they did. But 800, a million. I'm like, yes, that's totally the same. Yeah, dude, he's dead, man. He's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. And so I'm like, so wait, you don't think I'm a pedophile? He's like, no, I don't think you're a pedophile. All right, great. Goodbye, Nate. See you later. Glad I got you camera saying that. Thank you. That's good. So if he is actually doing something like that, which who the fuck knows with him? I'd be like, he just admitted on camera. I have the receipts full of shit, which he could get in trouble then. Because if you go to law enforcement lying, and have a receipt that the person's lying, they're fucked. Yeah, that's what I was like. Everyone's like, Rich, you're going to lose. I'm like, no, I'm not going to lose my shit. I know what I'm doing with this. I want the fucking receipt. I'm not going. You guys saw. I just kind of, he said stuff that was so insane. I started laughing. Once he said, I was out. Goodbye. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for the evidence that I need. Yeah. And I was like, I knew. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just got him here. But everyone was like, oh my God, Rich is going to flip out. I'm like, all right, let me let them know that I'm doing this because I want to have a screaming match like I did with Token Travis, who won't return Craig's phone calls. Even though I lost my mind in the end, I ended up winning that. And I'm a petty fuck and do get a mild sense of satisfaction out of that. But besides the point, I wasn't going to remake that scenario. I just wanted to. I'm so fucking. He did the same thing. I'm so fucking tired of every person just because they don't like me. Be like, you know what? I'm just going to call Rich a pedophile because that's the worst thing you can call somebody, and I want other people to dislike him. Like, it's just they weaponize, like, and it's such a heinous thing to weaponize. That's what bothers me. Is the actual EDPs up there? It makes the word have less meaning. Because it's like the boy who cried wolf. Everyone's calling everyone a pedophile, especially in the right-wing grifter crowd. And it's like, call everyone a fucking pedophile. Who do you believe? Yeah, it's such bullshit just because you dislike someone to call them that. It just shows how you have no moral compass whatsoever. Your character. If you just weaponize the word pedophile against people you don't like because you want to call them the most heinous thing so you to hurt their credibility, you have the shittiest character on the planet. You more than likely, you're an irredeemable bastard. I said what I said.
And they club, they bar hop, like, dude, no. I'm sorry, but no, that's not a thing. It's not a thing.
And that includes this fuck.
You're in a married life with single women. I mean, eventually the single women are going to be like, oh, girl, you're better than him.
No, this is not true. This is the mindset of insane, psychotic, narcissistic, crazy man. That's not true. So you need to date and marry a woman that only has friends or married? What happens if they break up with him and then their friend is single? You're going to break up or divorce your wife because they now have a friend they've known their whole lives that ended up getting a divorce? This is fucking stupid.
It happens every day. But and then there's always that like guy that like he talks.
Does Nate do drugs? Do I eat food? Oh yeah, dude, I bought that movie Marine X. Like, does Nate do drugs? Oh, I'm trying to be a dick.
He says, "Oh man, these women out here are crazy. They're taking off their rings. They're hanging out with me."
I think it's just the angle Mobile Decay. Like, Quantum is not a bad-looking dude. Let's keep it real. If we're going to keep it real with everything, he's not. The way he's holding the phone a little bit kind of makes his head look longer. It's the same as telling someone racist or an abuser. Yes, it is. But those are also horrible things to be. But what is deemed the lowest to be? A pedophile. Why do you think they weaponize it? Because it's deemed the worst thing that you could possibly be. So when there is real pedophiles, everyone's like, well, everyone's calling everybody that. I hate that it should only be used against the real ones so the word doesn't lose merit. And it's disgusting that people, I don't really care about if someone's a pedophile. I just want to defame the person that I don't like. It's bullshit and dangerous too.
They're paying for everything with his credit card. Oh, it sucks. Oh man, poor guy. I'm gonna still hit it though. Like every day of the week reliably. And this is what allows, like, this is why I'm so done with people, because it's like they show you why you just don't trust and you shut down and all this stuff and make the world a better place. You know, And you just take that risk every time. You get back up there after getting betrayed like that and going back out there and doing it all over again. Yeah, it's not easy, but...
And he's a psychotic narcissist and a gaslighter and a compulsive liar. And yeah.
Being a guy when you get cheated on is way harder because we do not rebound anywhere near as fast. Try going to a bar, try going to a club, try meet people. Especially when you're established in your career and your life, it's like, where the fuck are you going to meet people? Like, seriously, what do you do outside of work and home? Like, especially if you've been married, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. And sound off below because it's hard. Yes, it hurts.
Someone probing his ass. He's laying like, oh, it hurts. Wait. Yo, is he getting a no anesthesia colonoscopy? Look at this.
Yes, it hurts.
Phil, tell him.
Nothing touch me, fuck your mother.
I love this.
Nothing touch me, fuck your mother.
Oh, man.
Yes, it comes in waves. Yes, the remembrance, the memories.
Oh, no. He has music. He has fucking music.
All of it is going to hurt right now. But much like any heartbreak from years prior in your life, it will become less.
Listen, start a stream and show a man's ass in a swimming pool. I didn't realize he saw his ass. Oh God, that just kind of went in a wave through my head. Like, yeah, there's a man's ass there.
The more time you go.
What's up, False Crusader?
Push forward. Now, I'm not saying this to sound like a fortune cookie, but
listen, you are a breastfed fortune cookie.
Nothing touch me, fuck your mother.
Well, at the beginning, he was like, oh, it hurts.
there was nothing wrong with the love that you gave. It's that you gave it to the wrong person.
Is he reading a script? The Love You Gave by a thoroughly Christian straight man that secretly wants God.
And you owe it to yourself until you find that person that's gonna.
I can't take him seriously. Let me give you a YouTube tip. There's people always ask me for tips, and I'm like, just be yourself, which is true. There is no fucking formula. And I always say, if I do the formula, I'd have 100 million fucking subscribers. I have to like throw a Maserati off of a plane and then crash it into because that's, or I have to whip out my dick. It's too small, no one will see it. But music like this doesn't help your point.
0 contributions.
In most cases.
Dr. Sex Coco donated $15. Hey yo, what's poppin' people? This is Sex Coco. Listen, I just wanted to thank you all for the steaming hot sex. I doxed myself in room 427 at the Holiday Inn Express, Wilmington, North Carolina, next to the Wendy's and Food Lion. It was magical.
Oh, at least you're getting more specific now. Why don't you just put a bullseye on your asshole and just say, like, insert here? You know what's weird is that with these wireless Bluetooth headphones, it makes the notifications from Streamlabs sound like I'm listening to an order from Wendy's.
Love you the way you deserve to be loved. Your mind, your spirit, your soul, every aspect of who you are. You deserve to keep going until you find that. Because when you do...
No, you keep playing, motherfucker.
There is a connection.
You're ruining my fucking moment, you bastard.
Yes, it hurts. Yes, it comes in.
Stop hurting and coming in waves. God damn it. There we go. Don't you As he's sitting here having this emotional speech, we'll go back a little bit here.
Your spirit, your soul, every
Oh, come on! TikTok, you fucking suck.
aspect of who you are.
Got an idea.
You deserve to keep going until you find that. Because when you do, there is a connection that is indescribable. Every single
Here is this indescribable connection by being on the hood of your now ex-wife's car.
impulse in your body will crave this person. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, every single impulse will fire at once, and it will be an indescribable pull.
I'll stop.
I
like you've
received
never felt in
0
your entire life.
contributions.
You owe it
Dr.
to
Sexy
yourself to
Coco
keep
donated
going
$15.
until you-
I'm back in New York now, so if you missed the hot sex last night, don't worry, I travel a lot. Also,
Oh,
Richie,
God.
RoboCop is good, but goddamn is the audio mixing some of the worst I've ever seen. It's embarrassingly bad. Titty fuck the sausage for me. Okay, champ.
Which platform are you playing it on? Curious. I wonder if it's a platform issue or a game issue. Turbo Express dropping that wiener.
You find that.
The picture was him on the roof of his wife's car trying to keep her from going. As he's sitting here trying to give life advice. Your divorce survival guide. Jump on the roof of the car like a savage animal.
Because that exists. And I'm telling you this because the more you sit waiting for your life to just get better, defeating yourself, not doing things, or letting crappy people just take over and settle for that because that's all you think you're worth, the worse your life's going to end up being. Every day you're alive, you have to work towards the future you say you want. If you can't control how people think
Like he get Chat GPT to write this for him.
or feel like none of us can, then don't worry about that stuff.
It's bad on PC too. Hopefully they'll come out with a patch for it.
It's wasted energy. But more importantly, work on what you can fix in the now, right now, today, to make today just a little less miserable. And then again, on top of all of these things, be yourself. You know yourself very well. Who were you before this person? They didn't just come in and erase who you were with the delete key. You are a unique being. You like certain foods. You like certain places, certain movies, certain songs, certain places in nature. You like things. Get back to those things that you like. Find peace in those things. Find peace in yourself and just being yourself. And I promise you, the energy and confidence that you are going to exude, being secure in yourself, is going to attract the person that I'm talking about. But it starts with you understanding that there was nothing wrong with the love you gave. You simply gave it to the wrong person. You are lovable, you are worthy, and you owe it to yourself to find that person. Stay up.
Did you say that before or after you jumped on the hood of your wife's car? Bro. Oh my God, dude. They don't have like an order for videos here? Let's see his popular uploads.
Marriage in 2023 isn't marriage. It is not marriage today.
What is it?
It's
And that's just it, man. It's always like that. Marriage truly isn't marriage today. It's just a long-term relationship until the woman...
Yo, was that Pearl Davis that he mixed the audio poorly? Yes, it is.
marriage in 2023 isn't marriage. It is not marriage today.
What is
It's
And that's just it, man. It's...
Those first videos, though, about like having, oh, if your wife has a single friend. It's like, dude, really? What happens if it's like a childhood friend? So you're saying, of course he's saying that because he's a control freak. So you're saying if you dated someone, Quantum, I know the answer already, that even if it's a childhood friend that she was friends with, if the childhood friend that the girl you're seeing is friends with doesn't have a significant other or is married, that she can no longer be friends with them to date you? Of course it's what he's saying, because he's fucking insane. Quantum TV hood ornaments? I don't know if you... Dude, he'd freak out if I sold some shit like that. Rich, so Quantum TV hood ornament. I wish I could. The fucker broke up with his wife in March. It is now November. Keep that in mind. Well, it's tough to get over for people, but again, you know, I've never jumped on the hood of a woman's car. Can I get a Beavis boobs? Yes.
Boobs.
Wireless. Who wireless?
Always like that. Marriage truly isn't marriage today. It's just like a long-term relationship until the woman usually feels like leaving. And 9 times out of 10...
Oh, don't make it like it's just women. Jesus Christ.
You, the guy, sits there lost, confused, blindsided. She had an exit strategy. She's been talking to her single friends. They've been putting thoughts in her head. She takes off. She takes all your stuff. Now she wants to get scornful. She wants to ruin you. She threatens you with law enforcement. She wants to file a restraining order against you. She wants...
Yeah, Quantum, I have no idea why. It's not like you. Did I mention that he jumped on the roof for fucking... and it's like... But she did... Like, it doesn't matter what she did, dude. Like, you can't turn into Neanderthal and jump on the car like it's an action movie.
She wants to take literally your kids or whatever she thinks she's entitled to now that she wants out, of course, right? And it's just like the guy constantly has to just go through the process, right? Do it legally, stay patient, stay calm, be chill. But meanwhile, she's wreaking havoc on your entire life.
Well, you know how one breakup he becomes an incel Union Jack. Well, you know, especially because you could tell by how he's acting. What's up, duty? You could tell by how he's acting that she definitely broke up with him. Definitely. If it was the other, first off, if it was the other way around, you know he's an egomaniac, so he'd be flexing like, I broke up with her. Like, he has said that before, but it's not, he would bring it up in everything if he actually did it. He says it in passing because he knows it's not true. He just doesn't want to seem like the one who got fucking dumped. Yeah, he's going to say it was Deadpool. Dude, yeah, and it's like, why is everyone talking about me? Bro, there's a picture of you jumping on the hood of your wife's car. I've been following you motherfuckers since the whole beginning of this drama. You think you're jumping on the hood of your wife's car. I'm not going to make a video on it? Stop it. Stop.
She'll go to your social circles and cause trouble there and wherever else she can.
Yes, there's a picture, Do Mama. I think it's still up here. It's easy to show you. Look. That's him. He was thoroughly... The Christian straight man did not want her to leave.
Nothing touch me, fuck your mother.
Where the hell did it go? There it is. Sorry.
Because that's just how she can be. But all the while, for better or for worse, and sickness and health, and, you know, they love you
I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but, you know.
so much, right? It's future faking is what it is. They sign a...
Why? But why is it initiated, though? A lot of people I know that initiated it found out that their man was exploring other holes. Hi, I'm here. You called? Well, Quantum TV Sword Orderman.
contract promising...
All right, I have to look into the numbers, but what else is behind that number?
To be all of these things, no matter whatever happens, you're it. They're rock solid with you until they decide that they no longer have to do it anymore. And you know what? They can leave at any time. Marriage doesn't have to be for better or for worse. I'm not obligated to stay with this person if the relationship is shit and I'm not happy, right? Then it's not marriage. And that's why men should never get married, period. Men, never get married. Because if you get married, you are going to be in this exact same spot that I'm personally in, right? Where now a divorce is happening, you've got it being scornful, she's nasty with you, and you're...
Well, breakups, as a person who never wants to get married either, breakups are also messy, but there's just less paperwork involved. 100% of divorces start with a marriage. Well, that's I believe that one.
You're wondering how you ever fell in love with this person. Who is the person that she's become today? You're not even in love with her anymore. You're in love with memories of what she used to be like, not the person she decided she wanted to be one morning as she's crapping all over your life. And this is the hardest part because you still have deep love there. 9 times out of 10, it's unconditional love where you were providing a life for her. You were putting up with all of her worst shit, but still being faithful to her because she was your woman. Just for her to turn around and say, you know what, that's not good enough anymore. I want out because you're not enough for me. And I've got to look out for me. It's time to be me. I've got to put me first. I've got to have it's always selfish shit, right? And it's always an individual mindset that I'm an individual. I am a free thinker that can do whatever she wants. I'm a boss, bitch. I'm strong. I'm a part of a family. Let me enhance the unit. Let's work on our problems. Let's come up with a plan for how we deal with future problems. It's always toxic and it's always unhealthy. And again, marriage in 2023 truly isn't marriage. All it is a long-term financial contract that says they can damage your life when they feel like leaving. So,
oh no.
Uh-oh, Nate's gonna catch me, so I better delete as much shit as I can type of thing. And it's like, I'm just deleting them because they underperformed. Why didn't you delete them before, Rich? Now all of a sudden you're doing it? Oh, God, bro, just stop. It's like the cops already got the evidence anyway. They already got that shit. Let them keep making shit up, bro. This is all Rich does is make shit up as it goes. He's like, what is...
The cops? What do the cops have evidence on? A Pokemon video or a Nintendo Switch dual screen video? Man, they got me.
Somebody say about me? It's probably halfway true, so I got to figure this out and figure damage control ASAP. That's all he does, damage control. And of course.
I received 0 contributions.
The feds are coming after me.
DBZ King 119 donated $15. He talks about women doing all these things like getting law enforcement involved or getting a restraining order. The thing all these women have in common is they did all that after dating men like Quantum. This guy is one bitter hood ornament.
Oh, dude, he's been bitter before he broke up with his wife. So, dude, which one is it? So, you're gonna bring? What other video did I delete? That was, I think it was about like Pokemon or some shit like that. I don't remember. What are you gonna do? God, we got him. Officer, he deleted a video about the dual screen Switch. Oh, we need to get the FBI involved. Wait, you got another video? No.
I love her. Now I'm back to live stream. Fuck my kids. I'm like, okay. My daughter went blind. I love her. Now I'm back to live stream. Fuck my kids. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if he doesn't give a shit about his kids, who does he care about? Fuck.
Nate, first of all, fuck you. You are and you come here, you'll be sucking my fucking dick. First off, you are a fucking coward and a piece of garbage for going there with that. What am I going to do? Stop working? Really? Dude, you're about a hair trigger away from me getting papers sent to your fucking door. Calm down.
Fuck kids. I ain't going back to streaming.
Does he not understand what indefinitely means?
Fuck my kids. I ain't going back to streaming. And I'm like, oh my God, you talk about your person. My daughter went blind. I love her. Now I'm back to live streaming. Fuck my...
People get really comfortable behind a camera where they're safe, huh?
if you agree or you experience this down in some point of your life, let me know so that we know we're not alone out here.
Marriage in 2023.
Yeah, and then he'll come here. Well, actually, he was trying to be a tough guy last night. Yo, Nate, man. Do not even... Do not come crawling back asking to be buddy-buddy with me. You have that... I mean, it was already dead to begin with, but... She nailed it. Let's see what she nailed.
You have this inner critic that comes in, this egoic mind that strives for self-authentication.
Well, yeah, he's doing that now again because he's a butthurt piece of shit. Because I made sure and purposely did that to get him on here saying, no, I don't think you're a pedophile. Because if he's going to the cops and lying, now I have proof. What, like, Nate, what videos, and he's literally finding things, but Nate, you're too stupid to try to make shit up. The videos that were deleted were new videos. See, now that that clip is up there, whoever was here before, you were trying to stir up shit. You were trying to stir up shit. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. No, you were trying to be fire starters. By the way, if Nate had an IQ above 70, he could realize, go into the Wayback Machine. You could see the titles of the fucking videos, you idiots. Yeah, no shit, Marine X. The stuff we have to deal with as YouTubers. Love to see them say that to my face. I see Nate's picked up the meth. He's never put down the meth pipe, dude. Well, dude, what? Hey, Nate, why am I coming out of your mouth now? I forgot you existed. Why all of a sudden now? Like, is it really that you're picking up the drugs again, dude? Yeah, well, I'm not associating with him, but he's making sure that I don't have a choice but to associate with him. I've ignored him. I've had him blocked on all social media platforms. I have flat out ignored him. And I said the only reason I brought him on, I just wanted him to say, because he is on drugs and dumb, that he would say, I'm like, I guarantee you I get him on here, he'll say he doesn't think I'm a pedophile. What did he say? Happy birthday, Natsu. Fucking birds to you. Yeah, so I know he is a lunatic. I don't know what the fuck he is, man. He's mad. I don't even remember what initially pissed him off, because I finally blocked him because he was really weird. Like, before any of this shit, when he was just here and I didn't have him blocked at all yet, way back, he would, like, if people weren't paying attention to him, he would, like, start fights with people in the chat because I guess I don't exist. Like, dude, there's, like, right now, for example, there's over 900 people in the chat. Like, do you want everyone paying attention to you? Yes, he does. So it kept on happening. Like, shit like that kept on happening and happening and happening. And I'm like, dude, I have to block you. And that made him lose his mind. Then there was, I don't even know what the hell. You have to bring, there was this whole backstory. He went even harder for a while after Minxie. Not exactly sure what happened there. But then I'm like, whatever. Well, now he could go fuck off with what he just said. Gotta love how people bring up a sick kid as a, ooh, man. So I tried to bring him back, and everyone's like, dude, no. He's going to derail shit. You've given him 6,000 chances, which was true. And I put up a poll, and I said, guys, do you want him gone? What was it, like 70% or 60% wanted him gone, 40% was like, man. And I was like, nah, dude, the majority of people don't want you here. And they're right. You do derail the streams. Because not enough people are paying attention to you because you're a petulant child. Yeah. Don't even fucking dare, Nate. Try to be nice to me now. Don't even dare. Don't.
And self-identification from the world. And it needs...
You're a fucking pathetic piece of shit reject who is a failure at life. Go call your mommy and cry about it, you fucking piece of shit.
To assign meaning to everything, but it also needs to feed its own source. If its source is fear, if its source is judgment, if its source is lack of, rather...
Dude, yeah, he has, like, daddy issues and shit like that. Which ain't my fucking problem.
Than abundance in, can only grasp itself around negativity. Causing you to feel fear is how it survives. When
And this dude needs to learn how to mix audio. He's driving me insane. Like, dude, you're not trying to mix like 20 layers to make a beat. It's literally one layer of audio.
you can become aware of the moment that inner critic.
I apologize for getting pissed off, but I think people will understand. Natsu, happy birthday again, by the way.
creeps in. You can begin to ask yourself the question in curiosity, is this really true? You have this inner critic that...
And then you're going around, you say that about my daughter, and when the fuck did I ever say, like, I know you're stupid. I know you're not bright. I know you're a waste of flesh, and your dad should have shot your load in the toilet, Nate. But do you not understand? Indefinitely means you're not sure when you are coming back. Or your mom should have swallowed you. Either or. You fucking piece of garbage. You are a very uncapped guy. And kids are, yeah, dude, say whatever you want, but you want to say I'm a fucking pedophile, Nate, which so I could just have you on and laugh and prove that, and have you say out of your own mouth and prove that I'm not. Go ahead. You want to make up that I'm deleting videos that were gaming related videos and one about Pokemon, and I think it's been all of 2 or 3 because we had to re-upload them minus one we just deleted. Go ahead. But you say something about my kid? Nah, dude. Your mom should have fucking swallowed you. Period. How Quantum compares XQC and Sniper Wolf when it comes to Laser React. He's laying on a bed. Wait, he made fun of them?
Comes in this egoic mind that strives for self-authentication and self-identification from the world. And it needs to assign meaning to everything.
Yeah, thank you, man. I like having fun.
0 contributions.
He knew you would get that or would get a rise out of me, too. That's why, like, you know what? I had a cool time with Dick Masterson. I'll never be cool with him, though. He used my kid as ammunition. That's it. The line is drawn in the sand. I'll be civil with you. Once you go there, I'll never forgive you. Ever.
But it also needs to feed its own source. And if its source is fear, if its source is judgment, if its source is lack of rather than abundance in.
Well, dude, especially with what I do. First off, I ain't gonna threaten violence. I will not threaten violence. I said, like, he would never say that to my face, but I would never threaten violence. I'm not gonna ruin my life, go to jail, and be with my kids for him. Fuck him. But my point was, would he ever say that to my face? No. You're a desperate, pathetic, snarl-toothed loser, Nate. That's all you are, and you know that. Think about how pathetic you are. Your excitement, your joy was having people feign paying attention to you in a live streamer's chat. And if you didn't feel like you weren't getting enough attention, you would be a grown man that cries. You're a failure. You're a disappointment, and you know that. This is your existence, is being mad at a barely relevant YouTuber. Your life has no meaning. You suffer every day, and I love it because fuck you. Anyway, back to Quantum.
It can only grasp itself around negativity. Causing you to feel fear is how it survives. When you can become aware of the moment that inner critic creeps in, you can...
I won't say who this is from, and I'll say alleged. However, I do trust the source regarding Nate too. I have... Okay, I won't say anything then. Sorry. Can't say it. Seems like the best part of Nate slid down ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. Oh, God. You guys are more savage than me. Nate all of a sudden is out of his mind again. I don't know where he came from. I don't know why he I don't know. He must be hitting the meth pipe, went into my Discord, which I'm not even really in. And he's back.
Begin to ask yourself the question in curiosity, is this really true?
But person who told me that info about him, I believe it. He can't function. There's no way. Why do I not? I tolerate Keemstar. Keemstar tolerates me. He royally pissed me off when he was trying to say that I went and leaked that Sam Hyde was training the quartering. When I said fucking nothing, it was literally Sam's assistant, Jet, that said it. And I was like, Keem, you really... He kept on, you're lying about it. I'm like, dude, the fucking clip of Jet saying it is right here. And he never apologized. And he, all of a sudden, he like texts me. He's like, hey, I'll give you a discount on tickets to a fight. I'm like, oh, what a sweet apology. Not even like, yo, I'll hook you up with tickets. I'll give you a discount. Like, yeah, I'll be right to the match, Keem. Yeah. All right. Okay. Abby, I'll check. Abby, I read it. I read it. I read it. Yeah, you were watching. So there's even more evidence. Keemstar thought I said something, and I didn't. I said I didn't say anything about it. The only thing I said is Sam Hyde's original tweet. He's like, the quartering wants to box some fella. Should I train him? I don't know why I think he said it like why Sam Hyde said it like from a spaghetti western, but he said fella, so that's why I think of that. That's the only thing I talked about. I never said Sam Hyde's training the quartering. And he kept on going. He's like, you're not telling the truth. And I will say, in Keemstar's defense, he did really, because the DMs leaked, I think, from whoever, and he was talking to people, and he really did think I was lying. And I'm like, well, at least, because at first I thought he was just saying it to conjure up drama to get more people to pay attention, but no, he actually thought it. But no, he was wrong. Guys like Nate and Quantum. Nate is just a sad, lonely dude. Which is fine with me, because I hate him. He's a miserable piece of shit. But, oh, Quantum kind of is too. You got a point. Never mind. Quantum's a good-looking dude who's ugly inside. Nate is ugly inside and on the outside. Tom Dark did a new video on Keem, and ooh. Yeah, sold. We'll go back to this, though. Oh, look, an unpredictable situation. We're heading into World War III.
Drunk.
Onision, though. Who is... Wait, what did someone say? Leafy is gone again. Jesus, this guy's pumping out like a video a day. How the fuck is he doing like these... I gotta see what's up with Leafy. Playing MGS. I'm fighting Jax Films Doxer. Oh, yeah. That's where the name came from, right?
So when it comes to me making YouTube videos, it's probably no secret to you guys that Leafy is here as one of the people that inspired me early on. Even with my content on this channel to this day, I wouldn't say that the actual content I make, as far as like, you know, the videos I put out are that reminiscent of Leafy, but probably my...
No, your videos are better than Leafy's ever were, but continue.
attitudes, and sometimes maybe my voice or jokes I make are probably somewhat reminiscent of that guy. And you know,
No, you don't sound like Leafy either.
for a while,
The guy who does those big internet videos, they get like 8 billion views. I forgot the name. Your Daily Dose of Internet sounds exactly like Leafy.
I think early on when I was making videos, especially in a time when Leafy was super hated online, I really used to not like that label, especially when I was much younger, when I was like 15, 16 on YouTube. I really didn't like it, but as time has passed, I've just kind of come to embrace the label. It's like, whatever, I don't really care. At the end of the day, if somebody wants to reduce my content down to that, it doesn't upset me that much. You know, he was like the big commentary channel of all time, pretty much. I don't think anyone else will ever top him. But it has been interesting to watch him come and go from YouTube time and time again, to the point now where he's actually left the internet once again. I managed to make a few videos about him, managed to get a community guideline strike on one of those videos, where I basically just talked about the various dramas he was getting in. I'm pretty sure I posted a call we had on one of his Rumble streams on my YouTube channel here, and people got to see that. But he's once again left the internet. Nobody really knows where he is. I've seen people posting like, Leafy's online on Discord, but he won't message me back on Twitter, and he's basically just dipped from the internet. You know, and that
He's on Threads. Remember, like for like 3 minutes, everyone thought Threads had a chance.
In that respect, Leafy's flakiness is something that really reminds me of one of my other friends who I think.
Yeah, Nate, I want to fuck your mom. That's it. You got me. Yep, there you go.
He has ADHD, and I believe Leafy does as well. But he's basically someone who, like, it's extremely hard to hold his attention for almost any extended period of time. Even when he's offered to like work on projects for me, like currently he's supposed to have ed video for me. It's been about a month since he said that it would be done, and once in a while he'll message me and be like, yeah, it's almost done, and then it's just like he'll just dip and forget about it. And the thing is, at first I thought he was ducking me, but the last time he worked on a video with me, like, he actually did have it done on the time that he said it was done. Just getting him to send it to me and respond to my messages was such a pain.
What was the video you wanted? This is kind of boring. Tom Dark Lol podcast, maybe 12 days ago. Is this it up here? I don't want Phil. Is this it? I actually want to see about the Lol Cow podcast. You just sent it. Okay. I see it here. Here we go. Hold on. I'll bring it to the other screen.
Compassion is the reason I serve.
Yeah, I know, Sue Serino. I saw you at Macy's the other day. Get those ads up for those votes, girl. Well, that's the way to start.
I just can't do it. I can't take it no more, man.
All right, so
Sue
one
Serino.
show I've been super hyped for in recent
She's been a politician for a while. Some of you guys probably know Sue Serino.
times is the Lol Cow podcast. It's set to be a show featuring Wings of Redemption, Boogie 2988, and Tommy.
That is he lifting up? I never saw that. Is he lifting up Boogie's breast?
Breasts. I already made a video about this, actually. The basic idea behind the show originally was pitched like a year ago by Keemstar. He wanted to do a podcast with Boogie, Wings, and DSP, as they are three people considered.
Wait, I just got a ring notification that says bear. A pretty big black bear just sniffed our ring. I love some of these notifications. What ring? Your brown star? Did the black bear come and sniff your brown star? Don't sniff the ring. Don't sniff the ring.
To be the most infamous YouTuber lolcows. Boogie used to be one of the most popular people in the community. He was making commentary videos. He had his Francis series, only to fall off after his divorce with his wife due to many of his own actions. Wings of Redemption.
Yeah, dude, it's like his wife really
meanwhile, was early in the Call of Duty scene and was even friends with a lot of respectable names like Woody's Gamertag and FPS Russia, only to once again lose his connections and following due to his own actions. And then there's Darkside Phil, someone who spent the last 15 years posting video game Let's Plays to an increasingly small number of people, e-begging to his audience, and famously managed to spend $40,000 on a WWE mobile game. These are three people who cannot
more if he's still going, allegedly still going at it.
Help but respond to hate, have a very hard time taking accountability for their own actions, and have a dedicated group of people who follow them to document their downfall, as well as prod them to see what kind of reaction they can get.
You! You!
Can I crack that?
Yeah, does Wings really even do any of this stuff anymore, though? I feel like he's a bit different than this now.
Fucking crack my monitor.
He's spent $200,000. Do you think at this point? You think at this point? Excuse me? Dude. Oh, if I was a gaming streamer, I would rage quit games all the time. That's why I can't be one.
Rip 4K monitor.
So naturally, with Keemstar being the opportunist he is, he saw an opportunity. He wanted to bring all of these people together to create the greatest podcast of all. Three people who cannot be held accountable for their own actions and are obsessed with their haters on one show every single week talking about
WWE champions. It's like Candy Crush with sweaty dudes. I like Wings. I genuinely I like Boogie too. He's fucked up in the head. He has made horrible. Like Boogie, you put like I'm thinking you want stuff that you know you should be criticized. That's the thing I don't understand when he was getting pissed off at people. I'm like, what response you put out with the director of this video and put all your dirty laundry out there? Do you want me to tell you it smells? It was washed? I don't know what you want me to say, dude. Do you want me to fucking piss on you and tell you it's raining?
about their life, talking about current events, really whatever they want to talk about. I was from the first moment I heard about it. But of course, the issue becomes actually dealing with the talent. Right from the start, Darkside Phil was not very keen on that offer.
Keem is playing 5D
Oh, dude, you're halfway there. What graphics card you looking to get, Jostler?
chess with Phil. Keem, I have no involvement whatsoever. It sounds to me like Keem is playing with himself. If Keem is talking to me, or talking about me, he's literally with Keem about being on any pod.
Yeah, it was Jet that mentioned it, dude. The only thing I ever said is the tweet that Sam Hyde initially out. I have never once said that they were trading. Jet leaked it.
Podcast ever, nor will I. There is no Lolcow cast, period. I have no idea what you guys are speaking of. I have no involvement in it whatsoever.
Because heaven forbid Phil doesn't take himself seriously for a minute.
However, like I said, the involvement I have is that, you know, there's been a couple...
It definitely ain't the single player. The multiplayer you're talking about?
Quick conversations behind the scenes about... I
can't. As a person who bitches about Call of Duty every year, but ends up buying it every year, I have to turn my nose up to it this year. I can't fuck with it. I can't. And what game is coming out soon that I'd rather get instead anyway?
You know, doing a podcast with me, Wings, and Boogie.
I got a back catalog. Especially because I've been testing out stuff like the... the We Are Rewind to review. I haven't had time. And I sure as fuck I'm not going to spend money on... RoboCop I'll play. But... Callisto Protocol is not bad. It's not as good as Phil was jerking off to. He had a conspiracy theory about that too that made me want to punch myself in the face. He's like, oh, all these streamers are just saying it's bad when it's good because they got a free copy. What are you talking about? If they were just, wouldn't they want to kiss the game's ass so they continue to get free copies? That makes no sense, Phil. So this is a new portable cassette that actually records, and recordings, if it didn't have a permanent magnet erase head, they actually sound listenable. That's not the main reason. The recording is just a bonus, but I have a lot to say about it. I've been using it a lot, recording on it a lot. I had it up my ass, even though it's very sharp, hurts. Yeah, $70. And it's literally was supposed to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2.
And
Grant, depression caused a lot of videos not to be made for me too. Yeah, I can relate.
And that it would kind of be a 33.
That's why part of the reason I didn't stream or barely stream for a month.
33 thing, and we want to do it, but we have literally not sat down and had a conversation about it yet. The conversation is supposed to happen when they get done with their.
It's all the same maps for Modern. Is it really?
Their fight, and then we're going to talk about it. All right. So whatever he's talking about is unbeknownst to me. I know nothing about it. So there you go.
But wasn't that it was rumors, but then that came back to fruition because they said there was like it needed you to put the Modern Warfare 2 disc in to play.
And this is especially funny because at the time, Keemstar was offering all these dudes $50,000 to do this show. Not $50,000 to be split amongst them, but
what, Modern Warfare 3? Who the hell knows?
But $50,000 for
probably soon
for each member of the show. Money they are all in desperate need of. But DSP doesn't want to be involved, and I believe at some point Keemstar revokes his offer for the money. But Tommy C comes in as a replacement for DSP to sort of be the straight man in the scenario. But regardless of that lineup change, there was still a big demand for this show to happen, especially for me, and everybody wanted to see the LolCow podcast succeed. I was hearing whisperings, murmurings about being invited on, and I was like, yeah, of course. If Wings wants me on, if Tommy wants me on, if Boogie2988 personally wants Turkey Tom on the show, I would love to go on his show and chat with these guys for a little while. I think it would be a good time. But then I start hearing other whispering through the grapevine behind the scenes, okay? On our secret dial-up internet service that all YouTubers use to hear gossip about each other. I heard this podcast
dial-up service? What do you have?
Was dead in the water and was not happening whatsoever. Then 2 weeks ago, Tommy C himself does a stream with
Nicholas Double Stuffed Oreo,
where they talk about what
was that? What was that?
Went on behind the scenes. I mean, it's just too funny to be fake, okay? It is called the LolCow podcast. It is run by and stars LolCows. How could you not expect it to fall apart before it even gets off the ground?
I think looking back, I could see this in Turkey Tom's. Looking back, I don't know if this thing had much of a chance to begin with. I'm Turkey Tom, and how does he end his streams? I forgot how it was.
Leave me alone. That's
yeah, I could see that.
Now, before I get into this, I do want to say, before I kill any hype that the show may have for my audience.
Oh, dude, remember you could have built a house out of how many discs AOL used to send the mail, the floppies.
I'm pretty.
Then it went to CDs.
Pretty sure it's still happening, but as of a few weeks ago, everyone was pretty sure it wasn't happening. So here's the story. SP dips on the show, as we already know, and while the money was dropped, Keemstar reaches out to Diorio in May of 2023 to have him on as basically the third host. Nick instead throws the offer to Tommy C because he thinks he would better fit the role and be more dedicated to the show.
Ask yourself a question. Anybody under 100K subs on YouTube has pissed off and got more attention from big guys than me? No. And that's why, look, I don't think there's really much of a choice. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm the only choice for the LolCow podcast. I will milk and make those fat pigs squeal. I will get memes for days out of them. I absolutely promise you. No one pisses people off better than I do. Nobody gets under people's skin. And it's not just like, some jerk in the crowd. God, Jesus Christ, YouTube zombies rise to the grave to get pissed off at me. It was that Epic Mealtime guy just 2 weeks ago. I don't got to do anything. Remember that stupid ass Ant-Man? I just made one criticism, he flew off the handle. Put me in a room with Wings Redemption and Boogie. Yeah, go. There's nobody. I'm sorry. Sorry, whoever else is going for it. I know why you'd want this a gig, but it's just that simple. Nobody's better. Nobody's more equipped. And nobody's more dedicated. And I'll tell you why. Because I know it's not about me. And that everybody else is going to make it about them. I know what you want. You want them. And I will hand you them on a silver platter. Like a pig with an apple in its mouth. It'll be all yours. So that's why you should tell Keemstar.
Well, especially with how this Boogie is, there's no way they would have handled that. See, this is why I know you don't like me, Keem, and that's fine. You should have had me on. I would have made that shit entertaining. I could piss people off, too. I'm pretty good, Tommy.
Right now that I'm the man. It's just that. So if you don't like me, you know I'll get something out of them. In fact, if you don't like me, you know I'm the perfect guy, because whenever I'm doing to you, I can do to them.
Tommy took that offer, and so the lineup with Wings, Boogie, and Tommy was now complete. Their new producer, whose name will be important later, buys cameras for these guys. I believe it's the Facecam Pro from Elgato, which is like a $400 camera, new. So you multiply that by 3, you have a $1,200 expense without paying for shipping. And on top of that, the people involved can...
Is this like the remake for PS5 and shit, or PS4 and Xbox and stuff?
now use this camera for their other endeavors too. So they got something serious out of it. So they record the first episode, which according to Nick is somewhat underwhelming, but they still want to give it another try, and apparently I was set up to be a guest. Keep in mind, no one officially involved in this show told me this. No Keemstar message, no Wings message, no Boogie message, nothing. I was set to be the first guest, and I did not even know that I was
No, this is OG from 09 for the 360. Yeah, is there?
going to be on. I just heard about it because random people in my stream chat told me that they wanted me to be a guest or something, but like Wings never talked to me. I didn't even know that I was officially...
Yeah, okay. You could see the look at the aliasing in the gate. That ain't YouTube compression. That's good old 7th gen. Okay. Good point. Good catch.
Actually going to be on this show because no one involved had told me. Perhaps that speaks to their questionable communication skills.
Prior to this, they're talking about booking guests. If you want to know something else that's going to rip your heart out, the first guest for this podcast was going to be Turkey Tom.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Tom Dark jumps on to talk to Wings, Boogie, and Tommy and gets a front row seat with the Lol Cow podcast. Imagine how much content would have come from there. And now that opens the door for a ton of other people. You could have got June the King on there to confront Wings, right? Maybe the eventual DSP collab. Could you imagine if that happened?
Never. He will never, after what happened with Landfill Craig, he'll never be a guest anywhere. He will never. It's over. The days of DSP, get it out of your head. It's done. I got to piss real quick. I'll be right back. But I assure you, those days are far gone.
Breasts.
See, I always sigh like Wings. It is nice having wireless headphones. These aren't a permanent solution, but man, to not have a wire dangling, getting caught on shit is nice. And the lag is not terrible. Like watching videos, everything's on point. Tell Nate, yeah, his mom is pretty hot. Did I shut the audio? Hopefully not. No, the audio is right there.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Low tier God calls in. Could you imagine like how many cool guests could have shown up on the Lol Cow podcast?
I also remember hearing that.
If you give me 2 seconds, I could find. These are the Audio Technica M50 BT2, M50X BT2.
Wendigoon was supposed to be on an episode at one point, and some other collabs were being floated around. And what Nick Diorio says at this point in the stream is very, very true. I mean, imagine Low Tier God on this show, screaming at Wings, screaming at Boogie, calling them both fat losers. Imagine June the King on this show, giving measured takes, trying to talk to them about their history. Imagine the Chris Chan episode, imagine the Null episode. I mean, the possibilities for content are endlessly inviting. And after some time passes, they film another episode, and apparently this is like the goated episode. This is the real episode 1. The first one wasn't that good, but the second one, chemistry is there, the memes are there, the yelling is there, the arguments are there. Everyone put their best foot forward, and this is really a great episode that a lot of people would like. And they even wrap up production. It's been edited apparently.
Tommy was telling me about it. Apparently, what was it? Boogie just started screaming about his divorce in the middle of it or something.
No, it was.
No, his mom.
No, it was even better. It's like we're making fun of Boogie. We made like Wings made a lot of great jokes. Wings is really good when recording, and he made a lot of.
Oh yeah, Wings could be very funny. Wings is very funny.
Cracks about his new girlfriend, and right in the middle of and Boogie took it well, but right in the middle of it, he starts talking about being molested as a child. I mean, just right out of nowhere.
Oh, okay. Guys, this podcast is recorded, edited, it's done, it can come out, okay? It exists.
Yes.
All right? You want to hear Wings, Boogie, and Tommy talk about Boogie getting molested as a child, okay? That is ready to come out.
But this is where things go kind of sour. Apparently, there was a Discord call after that second pilot was recorded, you know, the good pilot, where Wings, Boogie, Keem, Tommy, and this producer are there. And the producer's really excited about it, and then he's like, yeah, hey, Keem, what did you think about the show? And Keemstar just leaves the call right away, which leaves everyone confused, right? Discord, leave call, sound effect, boom, he dips. And everyone's like, where the f did Keemstar go? He left abruptly, what's going on? And then Keemstar calls Tommy C privately, and he says, hey, Tommy, who the f was that? And this is where
2 things. Getting terrible news about my daughter, even though she is doing well, for the music, and Rome Street's pissing me off.
where the story gets great. Who is this producer guy? Who is this person? To answer that question, we have to go back to the past to some really interesting YouTube lore. So way back in 2016, the channel H3H3 Productions was sued by Matt Haas. The channel runners, Ethan and Ela Klein.
Oh yeah, we watched that video fairly recently, remember? The one that they H3H3 mocked.
It made a video making fun of Haas, as they usually did, and as a result, he sued them for copyright infringement. The Klein subsequently managed to raise $130,000 from their fans to help aid them in legal fees. And those legal fees were quite expensive. I remember at one point, Ethan said that this case was costing him like 50 grand a month. Now keep in mind, this money was not directly raised by Ethan himself. It was raised as a result of Philip DeFranco starting a GoFundMe page, which was then donated to by many of H3's enemies, or people they had made fun of. Like, you know, even Leafy donated. Although I think he only donated because Keemstar convinced them that it would make him look good, but he did donate.
So many of you guys probably heard by now that Philly D, upon seeing...
You know that Keemstar wouldn't do that now with how they hate each other.
our video, started a GoFundMe campaign that as of now has raised over $115,000 in 24 hours.
It's unreal. I feel like it just turned completely for like this situation we've been in to like one of the greatest.
It's ridiculous. And now, you know, no matter what happens with the case, we've already won. Philly D started.
No, Ethan's not bald now. That picture you saw with him was like a meme picture. AI.
Started by putting in $5,000. Notch came in with $8,000. Gary Newman, Markiplier, Michael Green, Drama Alert, PewDiePie, Jex.
Yeah, man, how that situation has changed.
Septicai, Quebble Cop, Ray Narvaez, In a Nutshell, Critical, Did You Know Gaming, Jake Roper, I Hate Everything, Luna, Matthias, Scarce, Boogie, Jenna Marbles, even Leafy is here, and the Fine Bros, people who we've roasted in the past, set aside their differences to help protect fair use, for which I have so much respect. I mean, the Fine Bros gave $10,000.
Yeah, that was just...
Yeah, I would play that. I think I own it. Yeah, I own it. Wave Wonder, the remake.
So shocking.
Honestly, a huge, big thank you to everybody who helped support it. all those guys, and 4,000 plus more people who gave us so generously.
This was then turned into the FUPA, or the Fair Use Protection account. This was actually covered by
Thank you, Jostler. Yeah. May have to use you for a baseline someday.
Time Magazine at the time, who wrote the
I know you don't like rap, but you could still do a baseline.
following. The enormous response provoked the clients to look beyond their own case. In a video Wednesday, the couple announced the money would be put into a newly created Fair Use Protection account, or FUPA, that will only be used for the purpose of protecting fair use and representing people big or small who are in legitimate needs of protection. The account will be placed in the trust of the law firm Morrison and Lee, and users in trouble can contact FUPA for help. Anyone who's being bullied, big or small, basically at ours and our lawyers' discretion, can tap into these resources to fight back, Klein said. We don't want to touch a single cent of this. We want to use it as an umbrella to protect the internet community. He describes the new account as something like a YouTuber's union in Wednesday's video. This is like a new chapter for fair use on YouTube, Klein says. So now we have to hone in on one seemingly minor but very important detail that everybody's forgotten about because the Kleins won the lawsuit and FUPA didn't really go anywhere, because I think that it just would be too expensive basically to create like genuinely a fund that any YouTuber could use for a copyright lawsuit, because I think that they massively underestimated how expensive their own lawsuit would be. The law firm set to be handling this fund was set to be Morrison/Lee, a law firm partially headed by Ryan Morrison. Ryan is more commonly known as the video game attorney. Video game attorney back in the day was someone referenced by a lot of YouTubers as like a trusted source in the YouTube community and someone who was helping to advocate for YouTubers in court. Fun fact.
He just came to me recently asking about if I would recommend the ROG Ally. I actually told him no. I told him actually to go for the new GPD Win Mini. Gives you the benefits of the 120 hertz screen and direct AMD driver support. You don't have to wait for Asus to dump drivers to you when they feel like it. What am I looking at? I'm in the new South Park special. Get the fuck out of here. You're lying.
But a few years later, at one point, Ryan was on unpaid administrative leave due to some allegations made about him from, I believe, a former coworker. He encouraged me to be disingenuous with streamers and game developers about my interests in order to lure them into liking us enough to become clients. He barred me from speaking publicly about politics because I had not earned that right. Meanwhile, he regularly drunkenly tweeted at celebrities and politicians, including Barack Obama. He maintained secret friendships with owners of prominent esports orgs while publicly making a big show of negotiating against them. He even allowed one of them to come to our annual company retreat. In addition to all the anecdotes above, he grossly underpaid and relentlessly gaslights his staff. This constant gaslighting is the biggest reason I haven't spoken out about any of my experiences before now. Truly manipulative people have a way of making you believe everything they're doing is okay, and you're the crazy one for even mentioning it. Sometimes when you get out of a really abusive situation, you just want to put it in the rear view and never see it again. I know there are other young women working at his talent agency and law firm, though if any of those people want to speak out, I hope they know that I believe them and they are supported. And I don't know how much of this is real. Some of the allegations are kind of vague, and at one point she accused us of making some kind of like weird comment about Muslims, which doesn't seem as relevant as the other stuff she's talking about. But regardless of that, it doesn't really matter what I think, because
yeah, you can't. Anyone could say that anyone. I'm not defending the gaming attorney or the games attorney. I don't know, but look at what someone with very mangled teeth is saying about. You could say whatever you want to about somebody with no evidence. Like, are we just going to get rid of people and destroy them because one person said something and they seem to be well-spoken? Don't answer that, unfortunately.
Because Ryan Morrison was removed from the Esports Bar Association, whatever that means. Anyway, this was all years ago. In 2016, FUPA happens. In 2020, he gets in some deep shit. In 2023, 7 years after FUPA, the LOLcow podcast is happening, and apparently Boogie gets a message from who he thinks is Ryan Morrison, the video game attorney. The video game attorney, okay? The same guy who did the FUPA fund. In reality, it was a guy named a games attorney, who I guess is a...
Happy birthday, the Cosmic Productions grandma. Hope all is well. A lot of birthdays today.
A different attorney, but is not the video game attorney. Boogie got this dude involved, who's apparently filed copy.
Wait, it's a different dude? Oops. Well, that's the guy who asked me some questions. It was a nice conversation. He asked me some questions about the ROG Ally. I'm like, I like it, but I don't recommend it because of the stupid shit that Asus did. And the thing about the Z1 Extreme chip, isn't it the same exact thing as a 7840 minus some AI hardware on the chip, on the die? Really? So because of timed exclusivity on a chip that's essentially the fucking same, you got to make your own drivers? think before you fucking do things. Hard. Think. Use your fucking brains.
Copyright paperwork, owns the domain for has been organizing this whole thing. He has like password logins for all the accounts, and apparently they didn't even realize that this is not the video game attorney. I even found this old interaction where the video game attorney and games attorney have a back and forth in September of 2016. Pretty funny. Ladies and gentlemen, the video game lawyers are fed up and they're not having it with each other today, okay? Boy, there's only room for one games attorney in this town.
And Keem has no idea who the this guy is, and he's been producing
Nick, that voice.
the show for 3 months.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Now you're probably asking yourself, Tommy, how did you let this happen? And here's the thing, and this is where
What do you know about him, Tommy? What do you know about this guy? Can you tell me any knowledge you might know about games?
Here's the thing. Look, I was very careful. I didn't want to like.
What are you drinking, Jostler?
At first, I told you, I was like, I don't know why this guy's here. I know who he is, I was probably the only person that didn't. I think the guy's name was Ryan Morrison. I was probably the only person in the group that knew this wasn't Ryan Morrison, and there's a distinct reason for that. That this wasn't because when I was in Baited, I was contacted by the same guy, the games attorney, right? And I've followed him ever since. And I remember telling Clown and Keem, and I told Keem this in the call. And I said, well, yeah, games attorney called me games. He's like, who? They were like, who are you talking about? Games attorney, the guy that's helping. This is back in 2016. The guy that's helping. The guy that's helping Atri with the FUPA thing, right? Show me, Clown says. I show him. That's not him. This is him. And he showed me. I was like, oh, wow. So he's another. And this is not the first time, because I was green back then, that somebody tried to like get close to me via the Beta podcast. And he said that they both said, and this is 2016. Keep that in mind. Stay away from that guy. Now.
And according to Tommy C, this is not the first time people have been duped by games attorney, thinking that he was the video game attorney. And it may not have even been intentional. The names are just so similar that people like him believe this was the same dude. Why?
It just confused me right now. And it's two totally different people.
No one vetted this guy to figure out who was the real video game attorney before they got involved in the LolCow podcast is beyond me. I don't know why they even needed a real lawyer.
Well, it's the LolCow podcast. What do you mean?
I'm also very confused about that. Like, just make a YouTube channel. You don't need a copyright on this. It's not like there's going to be another podcast also featuring the same exact people with an extremely similar name running concurrently. I mean, now that is the case, but, the people left the LolCow podcast and they're doing, like, LolCow Live now or something. They changed the name and everything because I guess this dude being involved freaked it all up. So there was this Twitter account called the LolCow podcast, but that account apparently is now inactive, like it's over for this account. And the LolCow podcast is now called LolCow Live, and the YouTube channel reflects that too. And apparently Keemstar never approved this other dude. He was approved by Boogie and then started sending out cameras to everyone and putting money into it. And Tommy assumed this dude was contracted by Keem, but no, he was not.
So what happens is Keem.
How is this such a mess?
Games attorney, Boogie and Wings put a DM group. I'm the last one in the group. So I see, and from what I understand, Games attorney is sending out all the cameras to everybody. So I immediately assume that this is the guy that Keem is put in charge to manage it. Because, look, it makes perfect sense. Because he's got all that stuff going on. I mean, he's got serious stuff going on. He probably has a manager. And then, like, right off the bat, like, they started sort of clashing in there. And I'm like, oh, good. I don't get to be the punching bag. Let it be them. But at the same time, I bitched to you guys. I was like, I don't know why we need this guy, because it became abundantly clear right away that he wasn't really internet people like we are.
And I guess this was a consistent problem with the show. Like, they couldn't figure out who was the real person to contact. Like when I think Games Attorney ended up contacting a fake Papa Gut account. You guys know Papa Gut, the guy who reacts to videos and is like fat on the internet. You know that guy?
The guy who reacts to videos that's fat. That could be me too.
The one with the gut. Well, they asked him to be on the show, but in reality, it wasn't the real Papa Gut. It was like a fake account run by some commentary community that they just randomly messaged.
Keem pulled out first, but when I was on vacation, somebody asked a fake Papa Gut account, this guy, if he wanted to be on the Lol Cow podcast in the future. I don't know why Papa Gut's off the internet, but he asked the fake Papa Gut, and I could tell.
Wait, if Papa Gut's done with the internet? Is
That he wasn't an internet guy because he didn't have Discord. He was doing everything through his phone. He wasn't a PC guy. He wasn't any of those things. And I remember I to you, I was like, I really don't like the fact that this guy's been put in charge of anything because there's nothing that we can't do because all three of us are more than capable of doing this.
How could nobody here figure out that someone with like 32 followers on Twitter is not the real Papa Gut? Is it that hard to read into it and figure out? Like, is this too much research?
Yeah, it's a simple click.
Clicking on the profile is too much. Clicking on their YouTube account to see if the Twitter's linked. I feel like that shouldn't be too much. But I guess this games attorney dude is not tech savvy in the slightest, so he messaged this fake Papa Gut guy. Who knows who else he managed? It could have been 30 fake YouTubers. Fake Keemstar.
How could you be an attorney and not know that you should look at the account? Like, oh, come on.
Our fake Turkey Tom were probably reached out to. And that's probably why I never knew I was supposed to be on the episode. I mean, the incompetence is just amazing. It's riveting. But at some point, Keemstar figures this out. He dips on the project. Tommy C dips on the project in light of this random guy being involved. And for a few weeks, they just like give up. It's too much to handle. It's just too annoying. They can't spend time on this bullshit anymore. First, DSP pulls out and causes a whole issue. Then this game.
Well, DSP was never in it.
Games attorney guy's involved. And the whole thing's just a mess. Keep in mind, on top of that, the entire time you have to deal with Wings and Boogie. Two insecure, unreliable, overweight, lazy people who are just like hard to talk to in general and have their own host of personal mental problems that undoubtedly made this tough from the beginning. And now this games attorney dude, who from my perspective is just an unknowing up who didn't realize he was not supposed to be there, has spent over $1,000 on this podcast, and we have no idea if he'll even get his money back.
Another thing that happened is Keem basically was upset. He says, I don't know who you are. You're a lawyer. You registered all this stuff. I didn't tell you to register anything.
Well, at this point, we're almost done.
And like, I want the first episode. Well, this guy, to this day, hasn't uploaded the episode, sent the episode to anybody. So it's become pretty clear to me that he was trying to get a check out of Keem. And that's kind of what
lost media. Isn't that crazy?
So Keem,
he's got a gun to this podcast.
Yeah, he does. So Keem asked him for the thing, and he didn't send it. So Keem told, I'm out. And I can't blame him. I know this really hurts me and whatever I'm doing here, and it probably could have sparked some more channel life into this channel. But I can't blame him because he doesn't know who he is.
And so the first episode of the podcast is currently up in the air. We have no idea if we will ever truly see.
Not even an episode. That's great.
Yet apparently this lawyer dude just has it on his computer and has yet to release it for everyone. The first good episode of this show is gone, and then there's that other episode I believe they recorded, which was the underwhelming one that we also have not seen to this day. It's just gone. And then there was some argument between Tommy and this attorney because he just wanted to do the show without Keem, and Tommy was like, no, he was here from the start. We're not going to do that.
When Keem left, I left a nasty message in there. I was like, I can't believe we chased away the multi-millionaire. What the are you thinking? This is ridiculous. And then after talking to Keem, and then he kind of approached me afterwards and said, so Keem's instincts were 100% correct. He approached me afterwards and said, hey, we can go off on our own. I'm like, that's why Keem got rid of you, motherfucker. That's why he's gone. Because he thought you were ripping him off, and it's abundantly clear that's what it seems to be. You're ripping everything off, and you're so stupid because you're not an internet person, you're not a podcaster, you're not a YouTuber. You don't realize one tweet ends this shit. One tweet ends it.
I'm sure, like the Kiwi Farms.
Yeah. Anything like it's the court of popular opinion. It's the same thing. All you got to do is say one thing, and people lose their minds.
Types would have really.
Yeah, he's a very loud man. Why does that mic sound like it's being fucking... That looks like a nice mic, but it does not sound like he's using the full range of it.
Really liked this podcast. I'm sure the deep diehard fans who like anti-fans.
I would have hooked them eventually.
Really liked this podcast,
I would have got them eventually.
But this podcast doesn't get views unless there's a guy like Keemstar pushing it out to a wider audience, and that's the only way it happens. That guy, as much as I'm assuming everyone thinks he's a useless, like no talent for this or whatever, he has actual assets that would have helped this show.
Yeah, I have huge assets, and now they're all his. And I don't know what's happening.
What is Boogie going to promote here? Is he going to post it between notes on Twitter? Hey guys, my girlfriend looks like she's 16. Watch the Lol Cow podcast.
And apparently during the show, Wings was very easy to talk to, believe it or not, and get a hold of. He was very professional about showing up on time, while Boogie was the one that was hard to deal with. But then, as of this little drama, Wings got spooked and dipped for a bit because he got cold feet. Now keep in mind, this whole thing is all from Tommy's account of things. I don't think he's lying, but this is all details from his perspective, so things could be slightly different if we heard them all talk about it. Maybe he forgot details. But clearly this game attorney dude is out of his depth and should not be doing this show. It's my understanding that now this lawyer dude is out of the picture.
Yeah, especially because you can't click on a profile to find out if it's real or not. Yeah, go away.
And this new LolCow live show has been created to like sidestep whatever copyright or trademark issues there may be. And the theory from Tommy C is that DSP is like the secret mastermind or something behind this all falling apart because he has some connection with Games Attorney and got him to do this show without Keem and kick him out by organizing with the talent behind the scenes. I don't know if that's true, but that would be really funny.
And I'm wondering what his connection is to DSP. I'm really wondering what his connection.
No, DSP is not smart enough to do something like that.
Because I think he has connection to DSP. I do. I think he's got some kind of connection to him now. I don't know. I don't think that DSP had anything to do with this, but I think he's got a connection.
Yeah, so this guy was able to get a hold of DSP. He was able to get a hold of Wings, Boogie, and try to do the podcast without me. So once I found out about that, I'm like, oh, hell no. We're going to put Tommy C in there. DSP is not getting this idea from me, right?
And Keem did tweet out supporting the new accounts for it, and I subbed. You should all sub as well. There is a little more to this story, but I think you guys get the big picture now. Tommy C's stream is going to be linked in the description if you want to hear the full thing. Now, personally, I'm still really excited for this show. I still want it to happen. It seems like it may still be happening given that there's a new Twitter account. I've heard behind the scenes that there is some organizing going on to get it off the ground, but let's be real, it wouldn't be the LolCow podcast without all this bullshit happening. There had to be some behind the scenes drama that delayed the show by months or something to screw it all up. And who knows, that may happen again. There may be another situation like this, but before the show even gets off the ground,
it's not going to come to fruition. It's not. DSP would be perfect, but let's check out Boogie's house tour. Speaking of Boogie, fuck it, let's go.
Hey, my name is Boogie2988, and
this was supposed to be part of the documentary, by the way.
This is my $250,000 home. So I bought this place back in 2015. It's got pretty much all one floor because I'm pretty anti-stairs. We still have Christmas lights up in February. Don't turn them on, but they're there. On top of that, we have Halloween decorations I just haven't bothered picking up. That's kind of great. We don't really do a lot of yard
it's like
maintenance
MTV Cribs.
until the housing authority gets on us in this area. We got 5 bedrooms. We got 2.5 baths, and I have filled it with useless shit. And then my ex-wife asked me, buy me a nice house and we'll stay in Northwest Arkansas forever. So this is the house she and I picked, and I don't know, I just refuse to move out of it at this point.
Yeah. Why do you think, dude, I bought my parents' house. This house would go for essentially double what I bought it for. But they sold it to me because they didn't want to move out. Because whatever profit they made on it, they would just end up buying something smaller anyway. And they would rather have sold the house to me. But yeah, it's true. Rich, help, please. Where is he? You got the sweet taste of ass soundbite. Dude, I don't even remember. It was with some red pill dude. Red pill wannabe. He never got to like the Tate levels though.
Now, as we come in, be prepared to be assaulted by dogs, okay? Beware of dog. Beware of dogs. Hi, puppies.
Ferocious beasts.
I love this place. It's not a place I ever thought I would live in. I'm so stoked that I get to live in a place like this. Probably have to sell it sometime in the next year. But for now, it's mine. Okay, so here's a space that I hardly ever show because it's my private space, it's my lived-in space, but I'll show it to you. It's been on a handful of videos. It's also always messy, so no judging, but come on in. This is my bedroom. You'll notice there's not a lot of nerdy stuff. There's not a lot of gaming stuff. I wanted it to be like the one normal room that was free of all of that stuff. I also thought maybe I'd have a few women over and maybe they wouldn't want to look at Pac-Man the whole time they were here. One of my more expensive collectibles, my CPAP machine, my BiPAP machine. If I don't sleep with this, there's a real chance I could die. So I have to fill this thing with water every night and pop it on. How do I look? Is this sexy? I'm never selling this house because of this fucking bathtub. I fit in this bathtub. There's not a house in Fayetteville that has a tub big enough for me. In fact, it's got room for two. I know for a fact because I've had several other people in here with me. So you want to see me at my best? You want to see me at my happiest? That's where it's going to be. Look at this. We have a
Multiple people in there with you? Okay.
collection of gaming t-shirts. We've got Binding of Isaac, more Binding of Isaac. We've got Boogie merch. We've got Stranger Things. We have Daggerfall. Who owns a Daggerfall t-shirt? That's so cool.
Yeah, especially at there, like the softcore porn that he filmed in there.
Right? So this is where the magic happens. And I don't mean, you know, that kind of magic. Trust me, there's nothing happening in the bedroom. But this is where me and my friends get together once a week and we play our favorite board games and play Dungeons and Dragons and play Magic the Gathering. And if I'm honest, I think this is probably my favorite room in the house. So this is the center of my universe right here. If I'm not in
Thank
front
you,
of my
generic
webcam,
white male.
if I'm not filming YouTube videos and I'm
What?
not playing games,
No way.
I am sitting in this chair with my dogs in my lap, watching good shows on my giant television, playing video games on my
It's actually a nice setup.
PlayStation or my Xbox, and just enjoying being me. So this is kind of like a spillover gaming space when we have enough people.
Wait, Shala, he's mad because you renewed your membership? Good.
Which is pretty much always playing Magic. We'll have a couple of games playing here. We have all of these arcade machines. These were given to me by the company that makes them Arcade 1-Up, and they were all review units. I'm not really attached to them. I think they look cool, but I don't really ever play them or anything, so I think these are some of the first things to go. But I think this room looks cool. Like, I don't use it ever, but I think it looks cool. Yeah, so this is where I filmed my e-begging video where I explained that I was going broke and that
Well, dude, there was a time he was getting, even his rambling videos were getting a few 100,000 views a vid, man. And, yeah. And it really, if you really do look, I mean, he had moments before he was done with his wife, but literally, like, him imploding coincided with that. Nah, I don't, Fujiwara. I never want to imagine me in a hot tub with Boogie. So no. Yeah, dude, you got to realize there were times where his Francis shit was like blowing up, and yeah, he was getting a few. Like, go look back in like 2016, 2017, dude. He was getting a few 100,000 views just turning on his webcam and making a quick video talking about stuff.
and I didn't want to lose my
What's
house.
up,
and I didn't
Phil's
want to lose
PS Sports
my
Roller?
career, and I wanted to keep doing what I do for a living. I didn't want to be YouTube Boogie 298. I just wanted to appeal to people as me. So I wanted to get away from my set. I wanted to get away from the web camera. I wanted to film it on a real camera and in a real space. Going into the kitchen.
Makes no sense. Why don't you film all your videos with a real camera? I don't know if that was actually his intention, where he didn't want to show his shit behind him when he was asking for support. But that didn't do anything to help. anything there.
The kitchen's always pretty junked up. We're two bachelors, so don't judge us too much. I love.
What do you mean? These should be on Spotify? Maybe I will. I don't know.
This kitchen. It's hard for me to stand long enough to cook in it, but we cook in it probably every day, at least one meal. And I mean, since I've been losing money, we eat all our meals out of here, if I'm being honest with you. We don't really eat out anymore. We cook a lot. And let's show you the fridge. I know you probably want to at least take a look into the fridge. We have our diet sodas. We've got our drinks for guests. We've got our condiment selection. And we even have, like, look, I love a wedge salad. I do eat some healthy food. So I do, but I know it's poison. This is literal a bucket of chemicals that I pour into my face 3 times a day. I know I shouldn't. This is my spare bathroom.
No, thank you. I heard he smells terrible too. Airsoft fatty.
Or as my ex-wife who decorated it called it, the Bat-throom, because it's all decorated in kitty versions of Batman stuff. You got the Batman towel hanger, the Batman shower curtain, the Batman light switch, the Batman posters. I don't know why she liked Batman so much, but this is her bathroom, and it's the one room I didn't change after we got divorced because she decorated it. It's nice to have a little memory of my ex-wife in the house, but also I kind of like Batman.
I wonder, man, if I was a fly on a wall. I know it's none of my business, but I'd love to know.
When I first started making a little bit of money, I wanted to have a house filled with things that brought me joy. So I bought all this shit. It brings me no joy anymore. You know what brings me joy? Is paying my medical bills, paying my mortgage, paying my rent, paying for water. That's what it brings me joy now.
No one's allowed to judge what they're about to see. But a lot of people think I'm a hoarder, and they aren't entirely wrong.
This is one of those rooms that, like, after I got divorced, it was a guest room for a really long time. And then COVID happened, and I stopped having house guests. So we just had to store stuff. And this.
Yeah, it ain't that big a deal. It's one room, and you're not Chris Chan. The rest of the house is functional. You're fine.
It's just became the room we stored it in. This is a really good one. This is my ex-wife's treadmill. And when she moved out.
Yeah, I know a good amount of people that have, like, the house is decent, but there's that one room where it's like, I don't know what to do with this shit right now. Don't want to get a storage unit. Meh, not that big a deal, Boogie. Just keeping it real with you.
She's like,
I was expecting, like, just piles of everything about to explode. Now, go watch a Chris Chan house tour. Have a bucket to barf in next to you.
It's too old and clunky. I'm not going to take it. Maybe you'll use it. Well, for the first couple of years, I did use it from time to time, but eventually I found out I would rather take.
Yeah, I have the first gen where they minimized the bezel and used USB-C for my Pro. I'm not going to upgrade until this.
My dog's out for a walk, then they'll walk in one space. So now it's basically a towel rack. I honestly don't know how to get it out of this room. I don't know how we got it in this room. But if somebody wants this and will give me literally anything for it and can figure out how to get it the hell out of my house, you can have it. I could buy a new towel rack. And I think a lot of people are used to seeing the background. I don't think everybody's really seen the foreground, like what I look at every day. So that might be interesting for you to see. Coming in. Here is my setup, and it's basic, right? The PC from Meta PCs, my sponsor, they really hooked me up there, but everything else, like the monitor, is just kind of off the shelf. Second monitor as well. Here you're gonna see a bunch of stuff that I've been selling on Whatnot over the last year or so. All of this stuff is up for sale and up for auctions on the Whatnot app. Here's some props and stuff that I've used in the background, but also just some collectibles and things that I got from Loot Crate that I just never wanted to part with.
God, I remember when he hit 1 million subscribers, and that was at a time where it was still like, seemed like something that was impossible. And I was like, holy shit.
Like some of the stuff, but it's all piled up because there's so many gifts in here. Like, this is all stuff that fans have sent me through the years, or companies have sent me through the years, and that makes me happy. Things I buy don't make me happy. Things that people have given me or sent me, that's what makes
I mean, it's sad, man. I mean, he's definitely has a screen presence, but like I said, when you screw up 6,000 times, there's only so much, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to bed. I got to wake up early. Got to film some stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow with more videos, probably a stream too. And I will be back. Have a good one. And I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm tired. Have a good night. Find a bird.
Humping Steven Crowder.
Oh, I believe it about Wings because he was in the boxing match with him. I'm sure people wanted to hear what he had to say, and good for him. Listen, that's actually the case. Holy fuck, dude. Well, yeah, if you're looking for nothing but the bare bones sports, I mean, I think they were still lazy with it. But if you're just looking to play the games and you don't care about any of the extra bells and whistles, I could see why you're fine with it, you know? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, wasn't it supposed to just be DLC for Modern Warfare 2? And then they're like, wait, we could actually gouge people for $70. Why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? You know, fun fact, you know who else did that? Bungie and Microsoft with Halo ODST, Halo 3 ODST. That was supposed to be just DLC for Halo 3. And they're like, wait a second, people will spend full price on this. It's Halo. Now, in 2023, that probably wouldn't happen. Halo does not have the same value that it did back then. They're like, oh, we could shape a turd that came out of our ass like Master Chief and people will buy it. Not saying that ODST was bad, but you get my point. You know? Oh, yeah, you sent me that clip. Like, they think, dude, I'm like, dude, I don't care about, like, when you do something extreme, it's different. You saying what she said there compared to an entire church burning down. What was she, like, imitating a language or something like that? I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm not a pearl clutcher. You know, I love how they do that to try to soften other shit that they've done. We're doing something. The PC police or Review Tech USA is kind of like, dude, I don't fucking care. I am drinking Pepsi. It's so he was a #1 page on YouTube streams for a bit. Was you? Hey, good for him, man.
So we hear Fernando walk in. He's sparking up conversation with the decoy, trying to make her comfortable. You can tell by his voice that he's pretty nervous. So, he pours up a mimosa. Now, this guy thinks that he's in this house alone with this 14-year-old girl. Little does he know that just about 15 feet or so around the corner from him, there is a camera crew of about 10 guys. Now, just by hearing, we could tell that Fernando had poured himself a mimosa, and he was really starting to, get comfortable with the decoy.
You want to sit? Okay.
She's talking to the show. We need him in the shower. Now, at this point, Courtney's performance as the decoy is just, astounding. She's doing a great job, but we needed her to go that extra mile. We need to get this guy Fernando in that shower by any means necessary. It's got to happen. I think he's in there. Now, we had no idea what was going on from around the corner, but we were just praying that we would hear the shower water turn on. This guy is in the shower. Holy shit. Are we gonna wait till he gets out? He's talking to the decoy from the shower, trying to get her to come inside and join him. I mean, Fernando, she's 13. Come on. You know, it's unbelievable.
Oh, look what we have here. Oh, hello, tiny. Come on out here. What is it? Come and have a seat. There is nothing for you. What's? How did you end up here?
Now, the longer you looked at it, the worse it got. Honestly, his area down there was not very impressive at all. If you could imagine, you know, a shrimp, it's pretty much a shrimp. The bush to penis ratio on Fernando was subpar at best. Not impressive at all. Not impressive at all.
You shower? Oh, no kidding! Let's come out here and talk on this couch. No, it's okay, doesn't need it. Like, who needs clothes nowadays, anyways?
Oh, God.
Let's go. Let me get my cup.
Oh.
No, nothing.
Sorry, we should probably cover this up, though.
We'll get him a cup or a shot glass. It's here. This way,
Anything,
this way.
whatever.
I'm gonna give you a cup. Come here.
Mission Get Fernando in the shower was accomplished. However, there was still more work to be done. We still had to have the confrontation.
Come here. For you. Here. Oh, Lila. Yeah.
Do we have a towel anywhere? Or?
Towel. It's here. No, it's okay. It's here. You can have a seat.
Wherever you want. So we got Fernando out of the shower, but the problem was, you know, he was still naked. And we didn't want to see that tiny, pathetic little shrimp anymore. And there were no towels left, so the next best thing that he could cover up with was a purple plastic Solo cup, similar to one that you would see at a frat party, for example. Just one of those cups.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you're nice and clean, so
No, I'm doing it. No, it's
if you want to use a blanket to cover on up, or
Yeah.
so. What's your name?
No, I don't want to talk.
What's that?
I don't want to talk. But
You'll take your clothes off, but you don't want to talk. You don't seem very shy.
No, I don't want to talk.
You're already here. You already did it. So let's have a conversation. We can do it with police or without police. So you make up your mind.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't want to talk.
Would this be your profile on the Whisper app?
No.
No. So your name's not Fernando,
I'm scared. I don't want to talk.
and you're not 32 years old.
I'm not.
Do you have an ID on you, Fernando? Oh wait. Yeah, it's probably in the spansies.
I don't want to talk.
Bathroom.
I don't want to talk. Really, I don't want to.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to security.
No.
You're already here, bro.
I know.
The girl tells you that she's 13 initially. She asks you if it's okay. You say, wow, you're young.
Yeah.
And then you say you're 32. How did you mess up?
Well, I just came here. I don't want to do nothing with her. I told her straight up I don't want to do nothing with her.
Why did you touch me then?
I didn't touch you.
Why were you?
Are you naked? Bro, you're naked in this house.
No, I was just going to
The
shower.
whole I didn't plan on anything isn't going to work.
Fernando, you're naked.
I know, but I
okay?
anything. I told her no.
You're sitting here naked on a couch. You can't sit here and tell me that you weren't planning to do anything with this 13-year-old girl that you're here to meet tonight.
Cup on your right now, bro.
No, I don't want to talk.
But you
Actually-
want to shower at a miner's house.
No.
With me. You asked me to join you countless times.
Just did shower, dude.
Asking that nobody's home. I was sure there's nobody home. No.
And that was an awfully quick shower. Did you scrub in between the
I
knees?
don't want to talk though.
Okay.
So here's the deal. We're already here. We're already filming you. We can already call the cops if you would prefer that. But it's already done. So this is your chance to explain yourself in front of the world.
Have a conversation, man. That's it.
You pretending like this isn't happening is not going to help you at all.
You ask her if she's a virgin.
I don't want to talk.
Well, Fernando, why'd you want to know if she was a virgin?
I don't want to take it.
It would be better if we just talk this through. Or would you rather talk to the police?
At this point, not only was Fernando's private exposed for a number of people to see, but so was his privacy. And when your privacy is exposed, it's never a good thing. And that's
You came here and stripped down.
How old is your kid? Fernando. How old is your kid? No, it's alright. How old is your kid?
How many kids have you done this with? And do not say 0, because I know that's bull.
So she was exceptional. So it's absolutely exceptional.
No,
Here's
What
your
made it so easy
mimosa,
for you to
Fernando.
come to this child's
You can
house
drink
today if
that.
you've never done this before?
And Fernando, are you married or?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're married.
You are married, so yes. I'm sorry.
I mean, what would your wife think of this? I mean, you're sitting here naked in a living room of a 13-year-old girl's house.
It's okay, he doesn't have to work with us. Law enforcement's on the way.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Awesome.
Great.
So if you don't want to talk, you can just stay put. That's fine.
That's fine. You can
Or you
talk
can
to them
walk out.
when they get here.
Just to say something. If I say something, they won't come?
Maybe it's.
We want to hear your side. I'm going to get arrested, right?
We want to know why.
Am I going to get arrested?
Because they're
It's-
making opinions out of it.
Answering your questions is going to be.
Jerking us for 15 minutes. We could have done this earlier, but now you're
Am I
wasting
going to
our
get
time.
arrested?
Answering your questions is going to be in your best interest.
I want to remain under sentence.
It's going to be in your best interest, Fernando.
No.
Best chance you've got here.
How long have you been married?
Hmm?
How many years have you been married?
No, if the cops are going to come, I want to.
If you don't answer our questions, they will for sure come, Fernando.
And if I do, they're still going to come.
If you work with us, we can work with you.
I mean, what do you have to say for your wife and kids
I
here?
messed up. I was thinking, I was so stupid.
Do you think your wife's just going to brush this over?
She's going to get mad. I know.
I think mad is an understatement.
I've hooked up all my life already, so that's the whole thing.
What would you have done if there had been a 13-year-old girl here?
Nothing. I didn't do nothing. I just told her there was nothing illegal.
Yeah, but you were
Nothing-
begging me to go in the shower with you. You
I
touched
said
me.
nothing illegal. Nothing illegal.
It's very illegal. You've already committed a crime.
being in the house right now is illegal.
Yeah, that's right, because you know,
I wasn't thinking right.
you just follow right? That's it. Wherever he goes, you follow.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking right.
He was thinking with a whole 2 inches, I guess.
That is ridiculously small.
Dude, seriously. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Was the shower a little cold, or
Is that why you go after kids?
No.
It looks big to
I
them.
wasn't going to. I think.
it is fun size? So
It's like Disneyland where they have forced perspective. If you're shorter, it just looks longer.
true. Yeah.
How can you get in a house of a minor, of a child, and in 7 minutes be naked in a shower?
It didn't take long at all.
0 to
100.
hero.
This is not the first time you've done this.
There's no way.
No, I never done it.
Do you want a sip of your mimosa?
I got the right to remain silent.
You keep saying you have the right to remain silent, but then you keep talking. So that's your problem, not ours.
Okay.
We're just trying to understand, that's all.
Okay.
You also have the right to remain crying. Fernando, do you want to take a sip of your mimosa?
Might calm you down a bit. It'll help, because the rest of the day is really going to suck for you.
He drove, right?
This might be your last drink for a while.
Bottoms up.
You might as well enjoy it. I think the real crime here is, him having his bush be bigger than his penis.
It like the movie The Hangover, when he comes out of the trunk, and then
Right, yeah, it's all bad.
it's just a patch, it's like a grass patch.
Yeah. Your best option here, Fernando, is to just talk and answer the questions we have for you. Or finish your mimosa at least. Probably the last one you'll be having for a while. Now, Fernando wasn't saying anything really. I mean, you would think that he would have something to say for himself. But, we just couldn't get anything out of him. So we just couldn't think of anything better to do than basically just sit there and roast him the whole time until the police arrived. And that's what we did.
Tells me I don't think he's gonna be a fan of mimosas.
Probably traumatized now.
I don't think I can ever have
And showers. I don't think he's gonna like showers anymore either. He might just switch to baths.
I never have a drink out of a plastic cup.
Fernando! Is it mimosa time or not?
Are you praying? What are you saying, bro? What's going on right now? Are your kids younger than 13 or older?
I would assume younger from the pictures. But I would like Fernando to
I
answer
didn't
it.
see the pictures. So he's the one that sent pictures of his kids to a stranger online.
No, security got his wallet. Found him in his wallet. I would
So you
say,
carry the house, is what I'm saying. You're a family man.
I would say under 10 from how it looked.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
Is there a cutoff where it's inappropriate for you? Is like 13 the threshold, or like what is it?
Is anything going on with your kids that we need to know about?
He don't want to. He thinks like that. What
Yeah,
is
you
it?
cover your eyes that he's invisible.
Pikachu. What is it called? Peekaboo.
Yeah. This is the longest round of peekaboo of all time.
Yeah. He might be the world champion.
You know, I
Yeah,
want to set a world record. I think we're about to do it right now.
Fernando, if you don't answer our questions, we're just going to keep roasting you.
All right, guys. Well, any more jokes?
That's all I got.
I'm just getting secondhand embarrassment. And that's the thing he doesn't realize is that when you're silent, the world will fill in your story.
Just say something here, Fernando. Something.
Preferably in English.
Preferably.
The world was going to tell your story, man, so...
You know, something besides BS excuses. You know, what action a 13-year-old girl start? I mean, is it an addiction to the internet, Fernando? Is this something you go around looking for, or was it just convenient? Fernando, can you take your face out of your palms and just talk to us for a minute? At least it's dry now. Didn't even need a towel.
This couch needs to go to the crematorium.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Airbnb host is going to be pissed.
Who's biting you? You have like bites here, bite here.
Tyrone's going to be doing it in prison pretty soon, I'm sure.
Kinky shit.
Well, Fernando's, if that's all you have to say, then you know, what I have to let you know is that I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. We're doing an online series about adults who try to meet up with teens online.